Melee challenge complete, as well as the lore battle, the Radiant versus Dire.
Yeah.
We've got some, you know, these heroes are pretty good against melees, right? You got Magnus, Faceless Void, Treant Protector, Timbers.
Yeah, that is, and not just for the Radiants too, but we were talking about it during the draft while they were picking their heroes. It is the Matumba Man Undying for this Dire team. And you were talking about Aghanim Scepter, you were talking about getting that and getting some extra decay going, getting some strength. So, I mean, this is an interesting hero, but what else besides Ags would you be thinking about?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, he's probably just going to try to tank up as much as possible, because when you look at the side of OG, they are very good defensively, right? In the Omni Knight and Treant Protector, but the damage isn't the highest. You have the spells, and then you got some scaling damage from Monkey King, but if you can survive the initial burst, he'll probably live and be able to sustain through that.
Speaking of the Monkey King, he has 3 GG branches, so he's going to do the Bury Me Beneath the Tree challenge, potentially, for this Monkey King. They're also smoking his 5. If they get a kill, they will complete the next challenge. This is going to be a problem. They're going to get back, says his 4 run. But instead they're looking for Kuro. He's up at this bounty rune, ready to fight for now. OG's Rezo, he actually hasn't skilled anything yet. He's still holding the point for now. They're going to walk to the high ground. Rezo, you need to be careful, man. You're about to get crushed. They have Slithering Crush. Rezo's still baiting, still trying to find a fight here. Both teams now sitting as 5, except actually OG are sitting as, or rather Liquid are sitting as 4. So OG, they need to back up for now. It looks like neither of these teams will be able to complete this challenge. At least not yet. Right. We'll see.
Both teams giving him the old walk-away strategy here. Nobody having any real initiation.
Look at each other and just back up. All right, great. Yeah. That's a classic. Oh, man. You heard them talk about it, though. Resolution on the Monkey King. This is as close to a ranged hero as you can get in this type of draft. Fly and Kuro are hitting each other. Both of these heroes are pretty good at that. Fly obviously has a lot of regen. The Slithering Crush will come out. They went Devour. Fly will just go for a TP, which is smart. He will have to head back to the base. A little bit annoying, but I mean, I think it's fine either way.
Yep, still no real big deal. No-Tail playing the Timber Saw down bottom against the, not exactly an aggro try, but it is an aggro lane, right?
Yes.
2 heroes plus the jungler, but once he gets like level 3, he should be fine.
So this is tough in the early game, though, right?
Yeah, it is. He'll get zoned off, and he'll be okay, though. He'll be able to get the creeps pushed into his tower.
Yeah, he's already pretty good in terms of the lane positioning. He's pretty close to his tier 1. Yeah, we had a dual lane mid, too.
There's like no real threat of dying in this lane, so should be okay.
Yeah, especially when he gets more reactive armor, when he gets more Timber Chain. So we'll see how it goes. For now, we'll have a dual lane mid for OG, Resolution against Mind Control. Resolution really likes to play these hard farming heroes, but he's getting hit up. A lot of damage being taken. Even with the Jingo Mastery, he will still take a fair amount of damage to himself. So he needs to be a little bit careful. And again, he actually, I think he used one of the trees, so they can't go for the Bury Me Beneath the Tree strat because Ogre doesn't have one either at this point.
Yeah, what a shame. It's all about collecting the bounties here in Midas mode.
Yeah, it really is. We've got the 2 draft bounties and then 0 bounties after that. And we'll keep an eye on what they're going to do. They didn't do Nostradamus either, so they didn't say, okay, we're going to pick this hero. He has to have the most deaths, and then, of course, that will complete the challenge. But no such luck there for either team. For now, it's just laning at this point. No aggressive moves being made. Perhaps Fly will get something done going to the top lane, but he went level 1 Bloodlust. He does have his level 2, but he's holding to the point for now, so we'll see.
Yep, the lanes are playing out pretty interestingly. It feels like OG will hit a point in the mid game where their heroes are too tanky for the side of Team Liquid to kill, right? You have Faceless Void against, while it is good against melees because you can catch a lot of these heroes, also it becomes difficult for your team to follow up, right? Because they can't auto-attack into Chronosphere.
Right. It is going to be tough. So they're Crush. They're going to get this first blood. It's Matumba Man getting the job done. The Undying. Level 2 Decay Solar. More than enough damage to nuke down this Timber Saw. Very good first blood. There was a support nearby. It is going to be Jerax also chasing down Kuroki, but I don't think he can get this kill. Even has the Standard Tormentor heal. No-Tail will walk up, use his Whirling Death, do little to no damage to GH. They'll finally back themselves away. They will get a Slithering Crush onto Jerax. He's out of position. He has the Leech Seed. He might need to use it. The Scorched Earth coming in. No-Tail blocking him. Good Shockwave, but he's fine for now. Still at 70 HP. Kuro getting chased down. The tower will hit him and bring Kuro down as well. No-Tail now Timber Chaining away. Slithering Crush hitting up. He's going to get decayed one more time. Good Whirling Death. He sticks up the Solar. He's really low. The Nature's Guys hit from Jerax and Timber Chains away, and GH will now back up as well, looking for No-Tail, but that's a great trade for OG, getting 2 kills in the tower, helping out, especially the Nature's Guys hit as well. GH is going to have to back himself away. He does have a magic stick. He will be able to sprint away if need be, but very good stuff so far here from OG in this bottom lane. They're going to keep going here. Whirling Death coming in, but Matumba Man trying to zone him out. He's already used the Decay as well as the Soul Rip and Flies nearby, but he just has Ignite and Bloodlust, so a lot of action in this bottom lane, Brax. My God.
Very nicely. You know, they didn't expect the Timber Saw to have a wand, I guess. He was very, very tanky. He rushed it. No boots.
he would have been dead if not for that one. That soul rip came in, he had like maybe 100 HP, maybe even, no, not 100, maybe like 50 or something.
Oh yeah, big time. It was super, super close.
So that'll be some good kills, get No Tail off to a good start. Meanwhile, we have good lanes going for S4 and Miracle top lane. They're just harassing back and forth, even CS. The mid lane matchup is what's really interesting. It's 20 last hits and 12 denies for Rezo. Obviously, a very good mid laner against Mind Control, which is very interesting, but he's doing a great job here right now, Brex.
Yeah, the Monkey King matchup against these melee cores is so difficult for the melee heroes. It's just the Jingu Mastery stack lasts so long.
Bottom lane,
want to keep it going.
Matama Man getting crushed here. Whirling Death coming in. They have another Nature's Guys hit, potentially. Jerax, Leech Seed down for 6 seconds. Fly will throw the Ignite up. He doesn't have any wand charges. He's got a salve. He might be able to make it away. GH has an Invis rune. He'll go for a Slithering Crush, probably to save this hero. The Leech Seed will come out. Body blocks coming in. Kuro's also going to rotate down as well. And now they're going to turn the Infernal Blade. Jerax in trouble. There's going to be the decay, the soul up as well, more than enough damage, and Fly now getting run down. The Ogre Magi might be tanky, but when 3 heroes are running at you, it's going to be tough. Scorched Earth, another Infernal Blade is ready in 5, they don't even need it. Another decay coming out from Matama Man. More than 2 kills going to go their way. Meanwhile, Miracle will get dropped by S4 in the top lane. Jerax is rotated back down bottom. We might be done. No Tail's getting run out. Another Infernal Blade at this point. They have plenty of damage. The Leech Seed will come through and heal him up as well, and Jerax wants more damage. The Ignite, Matama Man, will he finally fall? Again, he's got that salve. They're looking for JH. They just want something here. Timber Chain from No Tail. He's trying to chase him down. Not going to be able to make it. GH might fall. Jerax needs one hit alone, and he will find it. He will get the kill. This bottom lane is battle central here, Brax.
God, these fights look just so weird with all these heroes running at each other, trying to melee. It's just so strange.
It's hype, though. Let me tell you.
It is. He's getting up nice and close and battling. The Bloodlusted Tree, by the way, looks way too big.
Yeah, he's huge. He's actually giant.
Yep.
But he is going to be the support here. On the other side, Slithering Crush, GH is going to get ignited, but they will just harass. So this bottom lane is where all the action's happening. I really like the Doom pick, though. I know this is all melee, and it kind of just fits their draft, but oh, no, they're not going to find GH. But yeah, the Doom pick, I think, for Kuro, he's going to be able to get a lot of farm. He's already up to 1,200 gold. He's level 3, so he needs a bit more room.
Rich.
But yeah, he's got a lot of money. He's got more money than his Void in the mid lane, but that's more Mind Control, just not having a great mid lane right now, I think.
Yeah, the matchup is very, very difficult for Faceless Void. It's so difficult that he's just going to collect bounty runes at this point.
Yeah, that's not the dream, for sure.
Definitely not. This aggressive lane from Team Liquid is doing a ton of work.
Yeah. They're getting some stuff done. They're getting Miracle a lot of farm top lane, and he getting into those Tranquil Boots, potentially getting into the next item that he's going to go for. We'll see what he picks up. Arcane, something along those lines. He will get the Soul Ring instead, so he will keep himself up in terms of mana. He doesn't go for the Arcane Boots, and again, bottom lane, it looks like we might have more action. They're looking for Slithering Crush. They will find it on Defly. Timber Chain back from No Tail. They have the Infernal Blade. They will pop it. They're going to look for a double decay. They're going to find it. The Soul Rip's going to come out as well. Fly will get dropped down. Now GH taking a lot of damage. Good Slithering Crushes. The Timber Chain is coming in. And No Tail now with the Whirling Death might push them back. Another Timber Chain away. He's under the tower. Jerax will Nature's Guys up. Maybe hit it onto Matama Man. But again, he's very tanky. 16 strength total. And now
So
20.
tanky.
The decay is doing some serious work. And they won't be able to get anything done there. Wow.
They just have no damage on the side of OG to be able to fight back when they get ran at, it feels like.
Yeah. Yeah, not yet anyway. Maybe later when No Tail gets a couple levels, but the Bloodlust is kind of helping. I don't know. They're going to rotate GH, though, top lane, so now they're going to leave Matama Man alone, but again, he's so damn tanky.
Yeah.
More decay stacks, Jesus.
Maybe this changes a bit for OG once Timbersaw hits level 6, but it's so hard for him to get 6 when everyone's just kind of, you know, running at the lane. He needs help. Everyone soaks experience. He's in and out of the lane all the time.
Yeah, he's not getting pulls really either. Now Fly getting run out on the other side of the map, the top rune spot. Looks like he should be fine. Level 3 only for Fly, experience-wise. He's right there with the Doom, but Doom has phase boots already. That is some serious damage for Kuro coming out pretty soon.
Yep. Nobody can really match the roaming potential of this Doom at the moment.
Right.
It's very strong.
All right, so we might slow things down here a little bit. Miracle getting kind of chased down, but it's more bottom. Matama Man's the one in trouble. Leech Seed, Nature's Guys hit, not available. He has the Living Armor now as well, but that's only going to be used defensively. And No Tail will back himself up. He has the Arcanes. Like you said, trying to get to level 6 here, but we're slowing things down a little bit, Brax.
Yep, things are slowing down. Not so many kills. And Liquid, they've actually got a 2k gold lead out of this. S4 doing very well in the top lane. Resolution, same thing in the mid lane. It's just this bottom lane's a bit difficult for OG.
Yeah. OG, that's the one lane that they're having, they're struggling in, but Rezo is so farmed right now, and Mind Control is really far behind. He does have treads. He has Chronosphere ready, so if he can rotate and find a Chrono, they might get some extra gold. Matumba Man is going to get chased bottom lane, but Leech Seed, it's not going to be enough, even with Chakram. Although No-Tail has wand charges, maybe he will get the kill. I spoke too soon. No-Tail dives the tier 1 tower, even doesn't even use the wand charges, will secure the kill, and that is a big pickup coming in for No-Tail, now starting to do really well in this bottom lane.
Nicely done. Once he gets those levels right, it becomes difficult for any hero to really stand in front of him. He gets the armor, the regen, Chakram as well. So now it's a bit difficult for Team Liquid, right?
Right.
They did very well in the early parts of the game, but OG have kind of... I feel like they've come back from the pressure in this bottom lane.
Although No-Tail is getting body blocked, he's in trouble. Good Timber Chain away. GH will chase him down. Chakram to come through. Gonna try to dip and dodge. Matumba Man taking a lot of damage. They need a Whirling Death here to get this kill. No-Tail, they can't bring him down. He has too many reactive armor stacks. He's at 11 now. They need one more Infernal Blade. It's on cooldown for 8 seconds. Here comes Jerax. They're gonna try to turn this No-Tail. 4 wand charges in 1 second. Will he get it off in time? He sure will. He'll Timber Chain away. They will find Jerax on the other side. GH gonna get fire blasted. They'll chase him down. There's the Nature's Guys. Hit the Chakram. Nicely done from No-Tail. The snipe comes through. They want Fly. They'll secure that kill. It'll be 1-for-1 trade. Can they get anything else on either side? It looks like both teams might just back up and away, make sure that they're having a good time here. And OG, again, it's a 1-for-1 trade where they were trying to kill No-Tail, but he survives. Again, so damn tanky on this Timber Saw.
Yeah, but that's even after getting decayed a million times too, right?
It's minus 16 strength, no big deal for the Timber Saw. He's fine, I'm sure. Oh man.
So yeah, I feel like Kuroki gonna walk right into Resolution, getting
he
hit
does
up.
so much damage even before the Jingu.
Yeah,
He has the Boundless Strike. Does he want to use it? Nah, he decides not to. I don't think he wants to chase it. And now he's feeling a bit more. He is up there. Slithering Crush coming out the Scorched Earth. GH needs one more auto attack.
That hit actually would have killed him.
The bait. It's, oh my god, he's at 39 HP. Rezo, he has to back away though with Matumba Man running in. Rezo does actually an insane amount of damage.
Yeah, the Boundless Strike hit for 520 something damage. Doom has 1 armor. He had 400 health. It would have killed him. But...
yeah, that's not fun.
Yep. You know, I have a calculator next to me, so.
I'm glad you do. I'm glad you can do the math. I certainly can. Miracle Trouble top lane. S4 one more auto attack. Can't get in time. He has phase boots, no attack speed help there.
Good God, S4 is farmed. Phase, drums, soaring.
What do you think about the phase boots on the Omni Knight?
It's really nice for the lane phase, isn't it? He can just run at whoever's laning against.
Yes.
Very nice for the positioning too. Drums, very good. I feel like it's a good core build, right? He's not playing as like a mech, sit behind, heal my allies kind of thing. He's very tanky. I like it. It's good.
Good stuff for S4. He usually has a good time for his team. I mean, OG, they really rely on S4 and what he can do, but this game especially, top of the net worth, 5.8k for him, and he's already pressuring this tier 1 tower. He's got a siege creep to work with, and they just can't deal with him. There's Repel, there's Purification, he's got GA now, even with Chronosphere, they might be able to bring him down.
He's got 2 levels on Miracle. They are ganking him, but...
there's the Repel.
Yep.
He can Purify, maybe. They have Slithering Crush, they have the RP ready, but they don't use it. GH needs to be careful. They're baiting this out. He might use the Purification, and he will. He has Repel and cooldown, but here comes the Ogre, so now they need to leave. They will get Jerax elsewhere. I believe there's going to be a Chronosphere down bottom lane. That will secure the kill, so... now it's going to be S4 running at Matumba Man. They need 1 Purification or more damage. Now GH as well. S4 phasing up. He's got the drum charge rolling as well. Here comes Resolution. Boundless Strike. Snipes 1. Can't get the second from Matumba Man. 360 no-scope. Did he get it? I didn't see it. I think he might have gotten it with the Boundless Strike. Resolution. Oh, he's crazy. Unbelievable. Now they're chasing Matumba Man down. S4. He has level 4 Degen or the Purification. The Sword won't do anything. They'll find that kill, and now Miracle is going to back himself away as S4 takes the tier 1 tower top lane.
This Omni is out of control, just running at everyone. There are 3 heroes ganking him. There's an RP, there's a Slithering Crush to follow up, but they can't kill him in it. There's no damage at this point in the game.
Even with the RP, they needed the Chrono, which they used bottom instead.
I'm not even sure the Chrono's enough, honestly, because only Faceless Void can attack him in the Chrono, right?
Oh, there's the RP. Rezo is in very deep. He's got the Boundless Strike, the Slithering Crush. They need this kill. He's about to fall. The Bash comes out as well. They need this stun, but he can't get it off in time, and Resolution dives way too deep. His team was behind him, but S4 was not ready for the Purification. Now they're looking for GH here, and Kuroki as well, and again, the Degen are slowing them down, but he does not want to dive the tier 2 tower, but they do have Overgrowth.
Well,
no, down for 20 seconds. The Nature's Guys hit Kuroki in some trouble. The Scorched Earth. He's already used the Purification. Kuroki, 2 more auto attacks will bring him down, and S4 will get the job done. Matumba Man now coming in to throw up a decay, but that is not going to do anything here for Liquid. So again, another big kill. They lose Rezo though. That is the issue. Brax is losing Resolution.
That's true. They did lose their big core, the Monkey King, but at the moment it's the S4 show. All right, he's untouchable, running past tier 2 towers, casually baiting the enemy team. I don't see any way for them to deal with Omni, and he's working towards a Radiance as well. He's only 1,000 gold off the Sacred Relic.
Yes. He is owning. That is an insane amount of farm for an Omni Knight at this stage of the game, I feel like.
It is, for sure. And, you know, Timbersaw is also super tanky, right? And that's, we haven't even seen him with getting, like, healed or repelled or armored or anything.
Yeah, he's going to try to find a kill in the meantime. But Man has raindrops, though. Timber Chain away. GH now on the run. They have the Ignite to come through. There's the Overgrowth coming out from the Train Protector. Another Whirling Death to come in, but again, Man very tanky. Resolution finally here. He's going to get doomed up, and Jerax is body blocking him. Mind Control is in with a time dilation. The Chakram doing a lot of damage. Resolution still in trouble. He's getting chased down. No living armor available. They'll grab that kill, and all of a sudden, Liquid are turning it around. Looking for a Slithering Crush. They'll find it on Fly. He's in trouble. Jumping in his Mind Control. He's back in there, baby. A double kill. And Mind Control now top of the net worth for his team, seemingly out of nowhere.
Very nicely done, and they desperately needed that rotation. Perhaps OG got a little bit over-aggressive without Omni Knight being able to get there in a timely fashion, but, you know, either way, still no big deal, right? It's just, they're just kills.
Yes.
They're unable to really translate that into any objectives at the moment.
That's a good point, especially against something like a Timbersaw and Purification to blow up the waves. Yep. Not to mention, obviously, the living armor for Train Protector.
Yeah, the living armor is going to be huge, right? They can save these towers and heal them up.
That seems like it actually is going to be a huge issue. I thought, okay, you know, living armor is pretty good, but against this type of lineup where they don't have that much push, might be really good for OG and Jerax.
Yeah, I think it'll be very difficult for them to secure objectives because OG have, they've got such tanky heroes, right? And once you just sit in front of the wave, heal it up, it's hard to commit to the tower. Yeah,
and they're going to have to back up already. GH will take a Whirling Death, pure damage coming in. No Timber Chain or Chakram follow-up, though. They will back themselves up to this Tier 1 tower. They do have the Chronosphere plus Mask of Madness now for the Faceless Void, and they might smoke. They have Blink Miracle. Now RP is ready. It's up. It's online. That Blink Dagger is going to be crucial here, Brax.
All right, let's see if they can make something happen here. Their smoked up scan comes out. They know somebody's here, but of course, I'm not sure exactly what that means, right?
Yes, this Nature's Guys might have to be huge for Jerax. He needs to walk up and not, you know, get him dusted or sentryed immediately.
You know, this is starting to get pretty obvious, right? S4 is pushing in the mid lane, Resolution's pushing in the top. The longer this takes, the more obvious this becomes.
Yeah, this is troublesome. They see Mind Control. They have to know he's behind him. In fact, the ward will reveal it. Matumba Man, Kuroki, both been spotted. And now, if you're OG, there's no reason to take a fight here. You could sit under your Tier 1 tower, maybe you get dove, and then you have TP rotations. They're going to do just that. The Chronosphere comes out, no tail. They have the living armor. He's actually getting chunked down, and he will fall. Another bash from Mind Control. The Slithering Crush going to come in. The Skewer back as well. Fly's in trouble. They're not going to TP for this. The Overgrowth comes in too little too late. Jerax doesn't have a TP scroll, but he is not dusted. They will miss it. Still, it is going to be a 2-for-0 trade, a Tier 1 tower being taken. But in the meantime, Resolution and S4 continue to get a lot of space created, as you just saw.
Yeah, sometimes teams will make the mistake of TPing in to defend that, but honestly, they probably gained net worth on the side of OG during those, during that minute and a half period of time when Liquid was setting up that move bottom lane.
Right.
Like, sure, they lost some heroes, they lost the tower, Chronosphere was used, but Monkey King farmed 5 creep waves, hit the tower as well. S4, same thing mid lane, and took the tower, so.
Yeah, it's huge. OG getting a lot of net worth out of that despite losing their big no-tailed Timbersaw. They spot out Miracle. Resolution, they might know that he's here. There's a ward that might have spotted him jumping into the trees. S4 will run it to Miracle. Now there's going to be the Primal Spring Miracle. They have the Boundless Strike, but the Skewer is able to get him away in time. No follow-up, but I mean, the big thing I think for OG is just dealing with this Chronosphere. Getting stuff done while that is down and making sure they can get enough space for their team.
Yep, for sure. They need to... If they don't get enough farm within the next 10 minutes, I would say, then I don't think they'll have enough damage to cut through the Omni Knight's defensive capabilities.
Right. Uh-oh. Here we go. The Resolution ult coming out. Plenty of damage. He's already used the Boundless Strike as well. Miracle getting hit up. They have the Echo Saber slow coming in, but they can't find anything with his ult from Resolution. So it looks like he will be able to back himself away. And Liquid might try to counter engage. They don't have any Chronos available. RP is back up, but it's a little too dangerous. So I mean, that's just the Resolution ulti. It's not that big of a deal, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure. It's very difficult to blink in and start fights off with RP, because typically then you're only going to get one hero. So. Yeah, not too bad. They make him use the Shrine.
GH might be dead. They've already used the Boundless Strike, Resolution. They're going to try to find this kill.
With him.
He's... Oh, the Primal Spring might help out. Sprint's going to be done right now. Another Boundless Strike in 3 seconds. He's really chasing him. Even with the Boundless Strike, I'm not sure he gets this kill. Sprint's back up. Yeah, Resolution can't find him. But they will find Miracle in the mid lane. He was caught out. And OG, they have all of their heroes here. Primal Spring, maybe they do find GH. They need one more auto attack, but he's so speedy.
Oh, wow.
He might be able to make it out. S4 is going to run in, but he's too little too late, even with the Radiance. And GH, come on, man. Come on.
Tranquil Boots kicking in, healing him up. By the way, S4 has his full Radiance complete, so fights get that much harder for them.
That is tough now for Liquid. You have the Radiant Spurn going if he's inside the Chronosphere, makes things a lot harder. They have Living Armor to work with as well. The Purification. The biggest issue why they've been losing some of these engagements is S4 has not been there to use Purification or to repel anybody. So
yeah,
that's probably going to change now.
Prioritizing their farm very heavily on their core heroes, not really wanting to take these 5-on-5 fights until they get their items. Mind control spotted, but in the
they have a Sentry. Fly popped it here. He would find himself a nice little ward. Oh no, Fly. Oh, that's very disastrous. Yeah.
Okay, we have the Meteor Hammer on Jerax.
Yes,
if he casts this from Invis, does he get revealed during the channel or afterwards?
It's a good question.
Meanwhile, pretty sure it's after.
GH, good solar from Matama to keep him alive. Very close. Resolution couldn't find the kill. Slithering Crush hit him, and he couldn't get that the Boundless Strike off. And in the meantime, though, OG still feel pretty strong. They will be fighting into Chronosphere here in a moment. In fact, it's up now. They need to be careful. No Tail trying to chakram his way through the trees. He will be able to make it out for now, but GH running in from behind. There's the Corrosive Haze. The armor reduction is going to be huge.
They need to go on Omni to make this fight work on the side of Team Liquid.
It's tough. There's the Chronosphere. They've got the Living Armor. It's a lot of damage. Omni's in trouble. S4 is going to get caught and killed. Corrosive Haze. Southern Crush and Mind Control's damage too much. The Mask of Madness and the Time Lock procs. They will get the Omni Knight. That is a big kill. That's a killing spree taken for Liquid, and they're starting to get things going back in their direction, as well as maybe Roshan here for Team Liquid.
Yep, they've got starter. Roshan is definitely a possibility, especially with the Faceless Void Mask of Madness. That was a huge kill, honestly, right? They knew the Void was invis lurking around, but they didn't have the necessary detection. Now they pay for it heavily.
I think S4 thought he was pretty hard to kill. Oh, here we go. The Meteor Hammer. The Chakraman's going to hit onto Matama Man. At least there's the raindrop coming in. Jerax hasn't been spotted yet. He hasn't been revealed, so I guess that answers that question. No Tail coming through the Roche pit from side to side. Mind Control is trying to finish this up. It looks like he'll be able to do so. He gets the Aegis and Roshan. RP onto 2. Liquid are turning it around. Good overgrowth, but it will not save these two heroes. No Tail's going to get dropped along with Fly. It is a double kill for Liquid's Mind Control, who is now on a mega kill spree, Brax.
Yeah, very, very nicely done from Team Liquid. It feels like it's so sad, right? That one death on the Omni. Speaking of Omni, he's in kind of a dangerous position once the repel runs out.
He has GA. He's ready for this. He wants Matama Man. There's the GA coming out, the Wukong's command. You've got to back if you're Liquid.
Nice.
Boundless Strike, Matama Man will fall. They need Mind Control. He will get dropped. That's just the Aegis. Kuro, he has no Doom. He's just popped it up. He's used it on the Omni Knight, but he's still fine. They can Living Armor him. Mind Control will jump away. Not in time was that Meteor Hammer. Miracle will miss the Skewer as well. Timber Chain, no Tails back. He has his Bloodstone. He responds rather quickly, but they can't find anything else for OG. So instead, they will take this tier 2 tower, at least attempt to, with Chrono still down.
All right, I was about to say that was very nicely played from Liquid. They got the one kill, forced the objective, got some more kills, and then OG do the exact same thing, and now there's no Aegis on the side of them. So not too bad at all. A very nice recovery.
Yeah, that was an impressive fight. I was really concerned there for a moment for the Omni, like you were talking about, but they had to
nicely, wasn't it?
Yeah. Ooh. Omni Knight, level 15, he's got the 90 damage. This is where S4 really starts doing the work. That talent at level 15 is going to be huge.
Yeah, big time.
Oh, GH, I believe you are in trouble. Jingu Mastery, one more hit. There it is, Resolution. He didn't even really need it. He was going to get the kill anyway. And Echo Saber, Shadow Blade for Resolution. Finding that kill, you got to be a bit more careful with detection. Chronosphere up for Mind Control, might find Resolution here. Again, they will have Living Armor, but Mind Control really wants this kill. And S4 is running away. Oh, he did it! Oh, he did it! Resolution! He's gonna get chronoed for it, but it's still amazing. Bury me beneath the tree. You're gonna have to bury yourself there, my friend.
Oh my god, he died because he was switching them into his inventory, and it took the 6 seconds from his backpack to activate.
Oh, Resolution, I love you. I think it's 15 minutes. Oh, it's a good effort. It's a good effort.
Oh no, so he killed himself for no reason.
No reason.
Well, there is a reason, right? It's the taunt.
Dude, it's the mind game. Liquid now. I don't know. They might be tilted. Probably not, but still, you never know. Matama Man getting auto attack down. They need the Fire Blast. He's done so. Very big kill for OG. And this core, Undying, still trying to get to that Aghanim Scepter here.
That's right, guys. Remember, it is a core Undying, not a support.
It does kind of look like a support because he's got no net worth now. They gave Kuroki.
That's what happens afterwards, right? Farm falls off a bit.
For Matama Man. But once he gets that Aghanim Scepter, things get a lot more interesting, I think.
Yep. You know, speaking of farm, Mind Control's Faceless Void has really taken off this game. 6-0-3. And he also has the Empower to work with, so we can farm everything up.
He has
it's
2,400 gold in his net or his inventory right now.
Yep. it's very nice, right? Like, the lane phase didn't matter too much because they still had the time to just catch it and farm. With these all melee lineups, it's so awkward to siege buildings, it feels like.
Uh-oh. GH in trouble. The Ignite will come in. Boundless Strike to hit Jingu Mastery. He will get a good Slithering Crush off. That might save his life. The Ignite, the sprint in the river. See you later. I'm gone.
Well, by the way, look at who's working on the Harry Potter.
Oh, who is it?
It's Ogre Magic.
Oh my god, Fly. How many does he have? He has right now 24, 27. He is 27. He has, I can't do math, 37.
This is really hard, actually.
44, I think. 42, I don't know.
Somebody in chat will do it.
RP onto 3. Big stuff for Miracle. They're going to try to turn this, but S4 is so strong. There's the GA coming out. They have the Living Armor. Now that Mind Control. He's got the Chronosphere. No, it's 13 seconds. He needs to get something off. They will get the Doom on S4. He is repelled for now. They will dust up Jarex. They're going to try to find No Tail getting caught. Timber chase up to the high ground. Resolution is in. They're going to try to turn this fight. The Boundless Strike coming in. They want Kuroki so damn strong. The Rolling Death coming in. They need more damage. They'll find one on both sides. Kuroki getting chased down as well. He's got the Crimson Guard running. Not to mention the Ice Armor from the Ogre Frostmage. They'll finally take down S4. It's going to be a 2-for-2 trade. No Tail will find an Arcane Rune for himself, and now you need to be careful if you're Liquid. They already used Chronosphere. That was on S4 to get the kill for Mind Control, but now OG will back away. A 2-for-2 trade. Of course, the GH Slardar died. It doesn't say on here, but that is important to note earlier in the fight. Whew.
Whew, indeed. The lineup of Liquid, if they don't manage to get their items and do very well in their lanes, they don't really have damage. Right, like look at how farmed Mind Control's Faceless Void is. He can kill basically anyone in Chronosphere, but if they didn't have... Oh, Boundless Strike misses, but doesn't really matter too much. If they didn't have all these items, all right, No Tail, making big plays. Big Arcade Rune.
I did the math, by the way, Rex.
Oh, no. I bet you tabbed that and pulled out the calculator.
I didn't. I can't tab out on this computer,
okay.
Unfortunately enough. But I tried doing the math. It might be wrong. I believe it was at 45 the last I checked.
Okay.
So that is something to keep in mind. He is, let's see, 7 away from his completing this bounty. Fly, you're my hero. I just want to let you know. Actually, OG in general. Resolution with the Bury Me Beneath the Tree. Fly. Both teams really for doing the draft challenges as well. This has been a great game so far here in the first game of this series.
Makes for quite the entertaining game, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's for sure. That is for sure. But it's really interesting how this game is going. Back and forth. If you've got the big team fight ultimates for Liquid, they're more than likely going to win the fight. Same could sort of be said for S4 and OG, but I don't know. I mean, we are now starting to look into the mid to late game here, and things get a lot more interesting, I think, Brax.
Yeah, they do for sure. You know, S4 was so... He still is so farmed, right? Top of the network. Oh, they actually dust Jarex.
No.
They're going to find him.
He is in trouble, but Resolution's here. Shadow Bladed up. They didn't dust him. Jarex is going to back up. He's got the Overgrowth. The Living Armor will come out. Mind Control. He's going to get Overgrowth, but he's got that huge Manta style. They will take down Matema Man instantly. Jarex will fall on the other side. Wukong's command about to go. Resolution thinking about it. Both teams sort of sitting back. There it is. Wukong's command. Kuroki's in trouble. Crimson Guard. He's got 2 and 5. Can he get it off in time? It's going to be close. Double kill for No Tail. The Timber Chain finishes him off. Now he's on a mega kill spree. They will have Chrono. It's back up now, ready to go for Mind Control. Sitting in the trees now. No Tail is about to spot him. He comes through looking for S4. He's going to find it. Mind Control. They'll jump in RP. It's under Resolution for now, but that's it so far. S4, can he get the Purification off? Great Magnus play coming in. He gets off the skewer, gets the kill. They'll get off the Purification coming in, and they will have that huge Boundless Strike to at least turn and get the kill onto Mind Control. Miracle is going to be next. Liquid getting chased down. Might be all 5 dead. They're diving the tier 3 tower. Resolution getting body blocked. They have the Chakram along with the last auto attack for Resolution to get the double kill. It is all 5 dead for Liquid and OG now. They will take the lead back along with getting a tier 2 tower on top of it.
Very nicely done. You know, Liquid went into the fight. There we go.
There it is.
Wait, we got to check the spelling on that.
I think it's correct. Wingardium Leviosa. I mean, is spelling really important?
It is.
Okay. I'm not sure. Let me check. We'll check the spelling. I'm not sure if that's an issue, but I'm gonna check it. So
you can't cast a spell if you spell it wrong. It just doesn't work.
I think he might have spelled it wrong. Wait, did he? No, it's good. It's good. He spelled it right. He spelled Wingardium Leviosa correctly.
Perfect, perfect.
And that is more than enough charges for the Ogre. Fly. I don't know how this isn't like some throwaway game either. This is actually a close game.
No,
and he built freaking sticks. Oh, Kuroki's going to get caught. That Boundless Strike damage is insane with a double damage rune, so they'll find another easy kill as Monkey King is working on the AC, but... Overgrowth? Oh.
Misses.
We didn't see that, Jarex. Don't worry about it.
No big deal, right?
No issues.
So, Mont, this, both teams have these ultimates that are really strong against melees, right? You have the Wukong's command from Monkey King, Overgrowth from the Train Protector. Then you have Chronosphere and RP. right? Like, they really excel against these melee heroes that have to get in there. And I feel like we're going to run into this problem where sieging the base becomes so difficult for either team.
Yeah.
Right? Like, how can they possibly walk up into the high ground on the side of OG, tank Chronosphere, tank RP? They'll find themselves in between the tier 4 towers at that point. It's like they have to be able to take some sort of fight outside of base before they can really do anything.
Yeah, they're going to try and find at least Jerax to maybe get something going. They also have Resolution nearby. He will get Corrosive Haste. Something to keep in mind. Now GH is caught between a rock and a hard place. In the river, the Fire Blast will come in. They have the Degen Aura. Boundless Strike to come through. Purification, he doesn't need it. Does too much damage without it anyways. The Chakram will clean him up. Now 19 Bloodstone charges for No Tail. So GH is down. Roche is up in a minute, but I don't think OG are going to make any furtive moves here in the next few minutes if they're going to just try to pressure the waves. Maybe they go high ground? That would be interesting.
I don't think they can do this. I think they'll walk up the hill, get the wave spanned out, they'll get decayed like twice and leave.
Yeah, he's got an Aghanim now, so
yeah,
something to keep in mind.
It's so hard to just walk in or walk into the base of Liquid when their heroes are alive. And on the side of OG, it's not as difficult, but it's the same kind of concept. You have this Tramp Protector living armor, so if you don't commit and take the tower, then same thing happens, right? It's easy to defend.
I will say they have the Meteor Hammer for OG. That's the one good thing they've got going in terms of pushing.
Oh, yeah.
I guess Resolution as well is not bad at it. They even have an AC, actually. He just got it.
Yeah, Meteor Hammer, real great.
Do you actually think that, or?
No.
All right, well.
I don't know. It's interesting. I haven't seen too much of it, so.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been picked up in terms of itemization that much. You're right. Resolution forced Mind Control to cancel his TP. It seemed like he knew Resolution was following him. No Tail in the meantime is split pushing, and Mind Control, again, with no TP, this is going to be dangerous. He's going to have to walk all the way back home, and he's just in the trees. They're fighting 4 versus 5. I don't know if OG know this. Resolution might have spotted the cancel TP. Miracle's going to get caught. They have no sentries. He's getting chased down. They don't see him, though. Jerax actually has no vision either, so they're going to smoke on top of an observer ward. OG smoked in literally the middle of the river. Miracle has a DD looking for a blink. Instead, he blinks away. Now getting chased down. He'll skewer himself out to safety, but that was a very interesting smoke for OG. Doesn't really work out, though.
Yep, and now Liquid, they're looking to make a move. They all grouped up, camping the high ground.
Oh, my God. This is going to turn into something crazy. Resolution dusted it up. He's in trouble. He gets doomed now, too. He's out of the fray. There's the huge Mind Control ultimate. It's going to be on to S4. They need to keep him alive. Overgrowth comes in. He actually manted early. Beautifully done from Jerax. It's a 1-for-1 trade. They will get Rezo. GA comes out a little bit too late. Miracle gets a double kill. Mind Control taking a lot of damage. S4 doesn't do enough. Even with GA and Repel, he's in trouble. There's going to be the Meteor drop down. They have the Chakram. No Tail needs to do a lot of damage here. And S4 still getting chased down. Still slowed up. He's got no Repel, no Purification. Liquid will take the fight. Can they get No Tail? Timber chanting away. Mind Control needs to be careful. He's low. In fact, he's going to back up for now. Infernal Blade, Whirling Death. No Tail does so much damage. In fact, he's jumping back in. He's got the Chakram. Good skewer back. But Miracle also in trouble. They're all so low. Matuma Man keeping them alive with the Soul Rips coming in. Jerax is in it as well. He has no Overgrowth to work with, though. He has the Living Armor. No Tail getting chased down, but the Chakram now. They're going to turn back on him. Timber chain away. No Tail. Living Armor. It's still healing up. Still a bit dangerous. He's going to get bashed up and killed. And now Jerax is going to be next. OG, they will lose all 5 heroes. And Mind Control will find another double kill. Right into this Roach Pit they go, and Liquid will have an amazing fight there.
That was so well played by Jerax. He pump faked the Overgrowth twice, and Mind Control manted instantly. But it wasn't enough. Right there, it feels like OG are falling flat on the damage. Monkey King got doomed up. He can't really itemize against that at this point, right? Like, if he has to casually walk in, he's always going to get doomed. He's tanky, but I don't see how they can take a fight against these big ultimates, right? Faceless Void with the Butterfly and the power does so much damage.
Yeah, it's essentially just keeping people alive through the Chronosphere, kind of kiting things out, essentially. Here's the Wukong's command. This could be good for Rezo. Kuroki gets blown away. Miracle might be next. He has Skewer available. He will use his Force instead. Resolution's going to jump down now. Instead, he'll turn onto Mind Control, who pops the Manta style. Resolution getting caught. No Tail coming in. Timber Chain, and now the Purification, keeping Rezo fighting fit. GH will get turned on. He's going to be the martyr for the cause. They will take the Aegis. No Tail is doing so much damage. Chakram is ready. They will have a Time Walk available as well as Chrono. Mind Control getting chased down. The Boundless Strike. The Purification. The stun coming in from Flight. It's a double kill for S4. Now they're looking for Miracle. Once these ultimates are down, they have more than enough damage to work with. The Meteor Hammer, they're going to drop this Miracle. See you later. Kaboom. It's 4 dead for Liquid.
All right, and it goes right back the other way.
Trent, I swear to God. Bottom lane, Matuma Man TPing out too. Okay,
so Liquid do have buyback on Faceless Void. I imagine they're going to have to use it at this point, unless they want to just sack the Rex. Yeah, it looks like Miracle might go for... Oh, never mind. I thought he would try to like skewer into an RP or something on the Omni Knight and then buy back with the Void.
Glyph's gonna come out. Decay onto 2. They'll take the Tombstone down for now. No buybacks yet, but again, the Void. That's the big issue here. Everybody else is up when they are. They might buy back. The tier 3 tower will certainly fall. Jumping in, No Tail looking for Miracle. He's got Skewer and Force Staff to work with. Doesn't want to use him yet.
This is where it might happen, if they want to do it at all.
They have to now. The Chronosphere is up, and Resolution is doing so much damage to these racks. Miracle's going to look for the Skewer. Will there be a buyback from Mind Controller? Yes, finally. The GA coming out. They will find the kill on the Resolution. It's time to leave. JRX will drop down the Meteor Hammer. That will help get some pushing going, but he's in trouble now as well. Chronosphere will find S4. He had the GA up for a moment. Now getting chased down. He will get dropped. It's a 2-for-0 trade. They have to buy back. Still on to Mind Control, but it is going to be GH now looking for another. They will be able to get out for now. It looks like they lose 2. Dude, you already did it. I think you already did it.
He's a wizard.
He's definitely a wizard. Still, it is too bad.
That was a costly defense. It was a costly defense, but it's worth it, right? You got to save your racks, you get some kills, make them pop some cooldowns.
They're still a tier 1 up mid lane, and they already have living armor and stuff. Oh, thanks, Buka.
Buka, nice guy, always there to let everyone know what's going on.
Great admin. Great guy. But I don't know if they're going to be able to get much more than this tier 2 tower. They do a lot of damage, but again, it's not the best pushing lineup.
Yep, it looks like high ground looks too difficult at the moment, right? They're only dead for 20 more seconds, and maybe got some nonsense going on in the bottom lane.
He's just walking around. Oh, they're going to try to go on this No Tail. In fact, maybe he's going to get turned down. They have Chrono in 48, so not yet. GH, Slithering Crush. He's taking a lot of damage. He will deny himself Matuma Man's Decay.
50 seconds, no Timber Saw.
Yeah, they have no buyback for him. That is huge for Liquid. Can they get this done? The tier 2 tower will fall. Liquid will back up. They still have cheese. JRX is on the back line, going to find this courier. Nice little snipe, but the thing is, so yeah, I mean, he's down for like 50 seconds, but if they kill Mind Control again, he won't have buyback, and maybe you could just win the game outright if you're OG.
Yeah, that is true. They definitely have a window where if they do kill this Faceless Void, he's the most farmed hero, and I would say impactful hero on the side of Team Liquid. They could for sure win the game off that, but it's hard, right? He's got cheese, he's got, you know, a million armor, evasion as well, and also the disables aren't very reliable on the side of OG. You have the Boundless Strike into Fire Blast from Ogre, I guess. That's about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not a lot.
Yeah, the Treant is good at picking off because look at like what he can do bottom lane. He can just sit
hitting him. Overgrowth coming in again. Kuro is really strong. Meteor Hammer's gonna go. Boundless Strike is just insane. I don't care how tanky you are as the Doom, even with the plate mail, that Boundless Strike does so much damage. That was without the double damage that we saw earlier. Resolution can just crit people down so fast.
Meteor Hammer is a pretty cool item on Treant actually. He can always set it up for himself with the Nature's Guise route.
Yep. It's true. Cool. He's done it a few times now too, I think.
Yeah.
All right, they should get these shrines, I would imagine, for OG. They're going to smoke up for now. He also picks up a Solar Crest for JRX. They're looking for GH. He might just be dead. They're going to Chakram him. They jump in. They get off a couple of hits with the Jingu Mastery as well as the Echo Saber. More than enough to get the kill. Now you're down 2 heroes, but the mid lane is pushed in pretty far, so they have to consider going elsewhere. Maybe the bottom lane. Maybe you just push the wave in and then go mid. Well, what do you do here?
They're still very cautious because they don't want to just blindly walk up into the high ground into some big AoE ultimates, so I think they're just going to farm, try to control the map, wait for Roshan.
Yeah.
Like when you look at the map right now, they're farming everything while Liquid are only farming the incoming waves, so this is essentially winning the game, right? They need to build up a big enough advantage to where they can not feed going up the hill.
Yeah, that is the tough part. Waiting for Roche would also be pretty good, but it's still 3 minutes away at least for OG, and they have not taken an Aegis Cheese at all this game. That has gone to Liquid both times, rather the Aegis has, I should say.
Yeah, I was just talking about the lack of lockdown on the side of OG, making it difficult for them to catch out key heroes like the Faceless Void.
Right.
But now, No Tail's got a Hex, so...
Oh.
Problem
all
solved.
Right. Well, that will definitely solve an issue. He also just bought a Ghost Scepter too, so that's flying out, which is pretty good against the heroes they have.
That's actually such a good item in this game, right? If you survive any of these big ultimates like the RP or Chronosphere, he'll probably live.
Yeah, Ghost Scepter, regen up with the reactive armor, you're fine pretty much.
Yeah, even if he doesn't live, he'll probably be able to bait out so many spells that the rest of the heroes on OG have a free team fight without having to worry about these abilities.
No Tail is level 25, the only hero to be at that level right now. And we talked about him a lot, kind of having sort of a rough early game. Not really. I mean, he had a pretty good lane despite getting aggro duelinged against him, and he was able to find a lot of kills. So No Tail has been crushing it, and he's top net worth for a reason, I think.
Yep, doing very, very well. But they're still kind of at this point where they need something big to happen to really break open this game, right? Like, OG have a hold on the map, but at the same time, Liquid's team fight is very, very good. And they see No Tail. But
oh man, they want this kill badly.
This could be huge.
Haste Rune was taken by him. They have Chronosphere. They might pop it. That is a lot of damage. There's the Ghost Scepter. Timber Chaining. Skewer back.
Skewer.
Perfectly timed from Miracle. That was beautiful. They'll find the kill. He's dead for 64. Omni's trying to split push in the meantime, but it's not really going to work out. And OG will lose one of their biggest heroes. And that was a hype skewer.
That was very, very well played. You know, they're able to get that kill without having to, you know, use Chrono. They did RP, but still, it looked nice, right? You got the style points.
Yeah. That seems like a Miracle type of play.
It's the confidence to do that, right?
Yeah, he's got a lot of it, even in this game when they're sort of behind here. Only down 5K. It was a lot more earlier, maybe about 8K. So
it's like it's a game where they are definitely a little bit behind, but they can still win very easily, right? All it takes is one good team fight, and then, you know, the game swings in their favor. They're defending and everything, but yeah.
I think Roshan is the next big point here.
Yep, for sure.
You have a Refresher Shard coming in for the next Roche. Aegis and Cheese, of course, where I think they still have a Cheese on Mind Control. I believe they do. So Refresher Shard for both of these teams feels pretty good. GA, maybe Overgrowth, probably not. Wukong's Command. More importantly, Chronosphere on the Dire side, along with maybe RP or even Doom for Team Liquid. So this Refresher Shard is going to be gigantic, I think.
Oh, yeah, big time. I feel like Aegis and Cheese benefit OG's lineup a lot more than it does Team Liquid in the aspect that you can put it on Resolution and he can attack the tower.
Yes.
Right? And then you don't really want to use Chronosphere on that single target.
They've got the Hex onto Kuroki. They're trying to turn this fight. OG, they've got S4 running into Shiva's Guard. Repel is up, looking for a Chronosphere. They need to be careful. There it is. S4 still very tanky. The Radiant Spur to work with. They can't grab him. They've got the Overgrowth now. There's going to be no Chrono left available. They need to be careful. And S4 is just running them down, batting them with this hammer, looking for Matama Man. Blinks in. He'll get the kill with Radiance or one more auto attack. They will take one on the other side. That is Resolution falling. They'll get the kill. Now flies in, slides through, gets off the Fire Blast, looking for Mind Control. The Time Walk, there's the dust up Kuroki. He's got the Spirit Vessel, he's tanky, and he can heal for a ton. Mind Control going to work, he wants Fly, but there's the Purification. The GA will come out, Mind Control will pop the Cheese. A 2-for-1 trade. Liquid are somehow winning this fight despite not even getting off a good Chronosphere. S4 will come in, RP, it's on to 2. Miracle's there. He's got the power to work with the slide. Skewer, he corrals up beautifully. Miracle is going to find another. S4 is on the run, but he's repelled up. They need to chase him down. Blink away from him, and he will get to the boundary rune. They have the time dilation. He's still in trouble. Another Purification to work with. He's going to get dropped. The Salute Crush. They're going to find all 5. Miracle with a beautiful RP. The slide in and the Skewer to finish it all off. Nicely done from Team Liquid. Woo.
Yeah, those are the big team fight ultimates, mod. It's tough at this part of the game, right? Like, there's no real answer to the Chronosphere. Sure, you have things like GA, but it doesn't always play out like that, right?
Yeah.
The fights aren't like quick and bursty, they're really long and drawn out, so these heroes get out, reset, come back in, and then it's all over.
It's tough because you would think with an Omni Knight that kind of benefits your team, but you have a Spirit Vessel on the other side, you avoid that you can't easily kill, and then these big team fight ultimates, if you get one off, you still have maybe more than one available.
Yep.
Oh, and there's no buybacks. OG, despite getting some of these huge bounties, Liquid have turned it around. The Glyph will come out. They are respawning.
Back up too.
They will take the tier 3 Resolution, looking for a Boundless Strike. Chrono, it's only on to Fly, almost sits on the Resolution. The Wukong's Command is going to come in, and Kuro doesn't have Doom for another 33. They will take down Fly, but that's just a solo Chronosphere for an Ogre Magi. He also has buyback. There's the Hex, good force away from Matama Man or Kuroki or one of these heroes. I'm sure he will make it out fine. He has the Spirit Vessel healing him back up as well. And Liquid, they'll take the tier 3. And OG now, they're kind of playing in the back foot here.
Yeah, it's they're in quite a difficult position. They missed that window where they could have killed the Faceless Void where he didn't have buyback, right, to hit the high ground.
Right.
So, again, they can't just walk up and force an objective because they just don't have the ability to team fight like that. So they desperately need to be able to find something on the map. But as long as Liquid move together and protect each other, I find it to be very, very hard to do.
There's a 60-second window here for OG where there's no Chronosphere. Roche will be back up in 1 second. And both of these teams are going to have to make their way over to the pit.
Okay.
I think whoever, more than likely, Brex, whoever gets this Roche will probably win the game just because of how good Refresher Shard is in this particular matchup.
I feel like if Liquid get it, it will definitely secure the game for them. But,
Oh, did he activate his, he hasn't activated it. So he will not make the BKB Fat Finger challenge. but that makes sense. Mind Control will pop it off instead under Resolution. He gets bashed up the Purification, the GA, he's still in trouble. Healing back up the Satanic, the RP's still there coming in, and now Resolution gets dropped down, dead for 100 seconds. That is a huge problem. In fact, OG, they're losing more than just one. It's going to be 2 down. Matema Man getting a double kill. Now he's finally strong with that Aghanim Scepter. Slithering Crush to stop Jarek's TP. S4 on the run. The Spirit Vessel, the Purification will not help you now, my friend. He will take down Kuroki, will get a killing spree, and they're going to find the tree as well. He's going to get burned down by this Infernal Blade, and it will be OG losing 4, losing Roche, and now in trouble of losing not only the racks, but perhaps the game here, Brax.
Yeah, very nicely played from Liquid. I imagine that this Roshan should secure the game. Refresher shard on any of these heroes looks quite insane, doesn't it?
Yes.
Faceless Void, double BKB, double Chrono. It's just, they, OG had a pretty solid lead in the early game. They were dominant. They were able to control the lanes and control the map, but they couldn't force that next objective, right? They struggle hitting the buildings and forcing, you know, forcing a fight on their terms. They have to walk into the base of Liquid, tank the Chronosphere, possibly get skewered back. It just, it doesn't work out against these kind of heroes.
Miracle, speaking of skewers, has been on point this game. They're going to find another hero. It's going to be Fly. Now he will get into the well. He's the only hero with buyback, and now Liquid know this, and they're going to take down this Ancient. Glyph is not available. They have nobody respawning for another 13 seconds, and that is going to be it. GG, and Liquid, they somehow pull it out of the bag again. It just seems like even when they're behind, they've still got a great chance to win, and they do so here as well in game number 1.
Yeah, very nicely played both teams. Truly a game where it felt like both teams could win up until the very end.
That was just game 1, dude.
That's right.
That was super hype. That was a great start to the series. 44 minutes, 38-31, plenty of kills, plenty of action. Now, there's not going to be another all-melee draft, I would assume.
No, I don't imagine that would happen. There's no point, right? They've already both completed the bounty.
Yeah, they've both completed the bounty. Plenty of bounties completed by OG, but they haven't actually... It's still pretty early here. We'll see who can take game 2. I guess, what else do we got going on?
Bring up the scoreboard.
Matema Man, he's got plenty of net worth here. 13,000. He got the Aegis. He had a 4-7. He had Aghanim Scepter. He went Deso at the end of the game.
Yeah, just to kill the buildings faster in the fountain.
So, Matema Man, a little bit lower than net worth than maybe they would have liked, but that's what happens when you're playing an Undying, I suppose, in the core role.
Yep, you know, Void's the big game winner, right? The true carry.
That's true. So that should do it for game 1. We will take a quick break and we'll have our panel talk about what happened in that previous game. Stick around, guys. We'll be right back.
Oh, hello there. My name is Mr. Midas, and I'm here from MassDrop.com. MassDrop.com has a variety of different products, from speakers to headsets to keyboards to socks, and they're all the best quality you can find. But what is MassDrop? Well, it's a community created by enthusiastic customers, ones that want to review products, find the best ones, and then buy those products at a reduced price from the store. Overall, it's a community where you can find the greatest of anything you really need. And that's why I buy all my products there at MassDrop.com, even though I'm a glove. And I don't have ears or feet. Well, you know, I buy it anyway because I have a lot of money. I don't have to tell you what I do with my money. MassDrop.com. Go ahead. Go there.
All right, you ready for this call, Sykes? This is a big one.
Yeah. Let me just get my microphone, okay?
Dude, what the hell is that? You look ridiculous right now. Does that headset even work?
Bro, what are you talking about? This is my gaming headset, okay? It cost me $600. I take it with me on all my trips.
Dude, I literally cannot even hear you right now. That microphone does not work.
It's got this, you know, the cool-ass lights and the microphone, and it's amazing.
It sounds like static. I cannot hear a word you're saying. Hey, idiot.
Yeah?
Use these.
This one did have a microphone, okay? Very high quality.
Yeah, so does that one, except it doesn't suck.
Oh. Hello? Hello?
Hello? You guys are coming in crystal clear.
Oh.
Your proposal looks great, and we are looking forward to fully investing in your project. We should move... Wait, what is that? Is there some sort of fire at your home?
No, it's nothing. Nothing, just a kid's toy. Nothing. As you were saying? The Mod Mic by Antlion Audio. Attach a microphone to your favorite pair of headphones without having to look like a joke.
Welcome back to the panel. That was perhaps one of, if not the best games of Midas mode so far. 5 melee heroes, so many opportunities for these amazing high-scale plays. The skewers, the chronospheres, the saves, soul rips, purifications.
The meteor hammers.
What'd you guys think?
Can't forget the meteor hammers.
Can't forget the meteor hammers.
It was very high-skilled strategy, interesting. It was cool to see that both teams had really strong melee versus melee heroes. We had Ags Undying against like 4 strength heroes, so he's stealing 10 damage and like 200 HP every cast. We had Timbersaw Whirling Death was amazing from like the beginning to the middle of the game. We had like, I don't know, Bloodlust, Monkey King, lots of really cool strategies.
I just enjoyed it so much because it was like the skill was really more prevalent. Like it was all about, can I blink out 1 second before I get hit? Without ranged heroes, there's so many more opportunities for some sick ass plays that you can really see easily. So, woo! I wish there could be more 5v5 melee games, but I think that's probably going to be one of the only ones we ever see.
What about the later sets today where different teams play?
Until later today in Midas mode.
I think what's really cool about that is that if it's different teams playing, they've probably watched this game, saw what the meta for 5v5 melee, Radiant versus Dire is. We're going to see a rematch of this with different teams playing it. So what we'll probably see is they'll fight over who gets Radiant or Dire, depending on what they think is better. Yep. And then we're going to see a lot of those OP heroes we just saw, like Undying, Omni Knight, Timbersaw. Those guys are going to get banned, most likely, in the first phase. So I think it's
seen better days.
В принципе, мощные.
The Radiant's bottom tower has seen better days.
Да, как-то ганги имперцев вообще не реализуются. Один раз они вот на топе хорошенечко обманули виртусов, и это, видать, и вот эта пощечина, она немного разбудила ВП. Они тоже начали уже думать головой.
Вертолет забил на Сашу Яшину.
Можно отлететь от одного ульта Луны, начали КБ головой. А ребята из Empire, походу, все-таки планируют драться в ближайшее время, а не продолжать фармить. В то время как Луна с Аегисом ничего не боится, ей поэтому БКБ как бы такого не нужно. Может себе позволить побуковать. Ну тут тоже та же история, попадаешь под ульти пирокоптера, под какие-то там еще прокасты клопы и отлетаешь. В то время как Луна с Аегисом боится, ей поэтому БКБ не побуковать. Ну тут тоже та же история, попадаешь под пирокоптера, ну это такая типичная ситуация на самом деле для Клопы. У нее, не знаю, какие слоты себе Клопа обычно фармит, чтобы вот слот сказать, вау, вот это баг нажарен. Ну такая типичная ситуация. Не знаю, какие слоты себе Клопа обычно фармит, чтобы сказать, вау, вот это баг нажарен. Такая Не хотят отпускать легионку, но она пока очень много впитывает. Гирокоптер откидывает на отмаш ультимативную, и просто надо валить отсюда имперцам. Но сзади заходит Рамзес, ультимативную, правда, не подрубает. Нажал момчик, получает очень много урона, но он Саегис ничего не боится. Сайлов понимает, что надо закрывать от когти. Микошка вроде бы отбегает, ФР тоже пытается уйти. Сзади заходит Рамзес, ультимативную, правда, не подрубает. Нажал момчик, получает очень много урона, но он Саегис ничего не боится. Сайлов понимает, что надо закрывать от когти. Видать, перед какой-то смертью что-то отбегает. Набрал. За ФНом самое интересное, погоня идет. Очень быстро ломает ФН, Тауэр, как бы погоня идет, и не пойти. Правда, пассивка у Паши не промакшена, он пока кабанов там качает. А в лоб, кабанов и прочих. И Луна решила пойти тоже пофармить. Ее как бы хлебом не корми, да, немного пофармить. Очень приятненько и быстро расправляется с крипами. Уже можно спокойно идти покупать манту, рецепт есть. Ну а дальше, не знаю, там то ли баттерфляй, то ли БКБ. Можно даже баттерфляй делать. Бедный соло. Топи его тут на двоих расписали. Ой-ой-ой, да вот то!
Показывает Гостик, что Вижен не потому что он пытался в деревьях нарисовать.
Where's my pension?
Crystal Maid. Are you really, I wonder?
You expected daylight to fear its magic.
This'll come in handy.
Dire's middle tower is all alone in the world, being attacked. The Dire's top tower is doing its best, but it doesn't do good. Dire's top tower has fallen. 'Twas only a matter of time.
Worthy tribute. Nobility. Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
Много физического дэмэджа в команду Virtus.pro пока что не ясно.
Потратили скан сейчас имперцы, ну, в принципе, предсказуемо вполне себе. На топ побежал на разведку Паша, и Паша там...
Выход в смоке будет. Команда Empire. Вайпер.
Валите драку.
Но Мипошки нету вместе с ними. Это ганг четвером на Вайпера. Но он пока что не пробивной. Но в конце концов в него запихнув все, что вообще было. И, и Империя получает свой фраг.
Отправляет мидера команда Virtus.pro в таверну. Нет у него байбека, 60 секунд его не будет.
Ластхит Танскора. Покажите нам река, пожалуйста, по деньгам, потому что интересно, сколько получили за него там. 1265 голды за один фраг на Вайпера со стрейками. Очень неприятно.
Ну, слушай, пытаются забрать у нас Рора. В это время раскастовали в Queen of Pain. Есть ультимейт от Рамзеса, и нужно бежать Империи отсюда. У Салита огромные проблемы. Погибает он в отскор. Тоже отправляется в таверну. Следом за Костиком моментальные -3 делают у нас Virtus.pro. Правда, потеряли здесь, конечно же, Пашу.
Самое интересное в этом тимфайте то, что FN отдал свою люмпу на гирокоптера. И именно FN получил сразу же себя в Primal Roar. То есть либо это было видно заранее, либо...
Да нет, это безусловно проконтролировали, скорее всего, ситуацию Virtus.pro, то, что это безошибочно. И вот сколько урона у нас унесла Луна, просто 4500 за одну драку.
4 кнопки нажимаешь, до свидания, вся
Гирокоптер там особо не успел раздамажить никого, он слишком быстро погиб. Ну что ж, забирает у нас сыр Аегис себе, конечно же, Virtus.pro. Аегис остается Рамзесу, сыр себе забрал пока что Лил, наверное, отдаст Вайперу, как вариант ему пропить.
Так вот, когда я говорил о том, что у Империи хорошие тимфайтовые скиллы для того, чтобы бороться внутри Рошпита, я имею в виду, что они накрывают своим огнем Рошпит, а не наоборот, когда они начинают пытаться...
Но они слишком много отдали Вайпера, и там действительно было трудно сражаться.
У тебя и части ультимейтов нету, и ты надеешься на то, что Вайпера как бы не будет, и, возможно, тебе повезет без него забрать Рошана. С одной стороны, да, с другой стороны, согласитесь, вышло совсем не так, как планировалось.
Ну что, сыр Аегис до сих пор в поисках бегает у нас Рамзес, кого-нибудь подцепить. Продолжается сплитпушиться у нас также бот. На боте что-то там бегает активно. Лил. Но там просто нет.
Друзья, самое время в самой тяжелой ситуации поддержать Империю. Я прекрасно знаю то, что очень много людей здесь болеет именно за ВП, но та маленькая часть, которая пришла болеть за Империю, именно сейчас ваше время, чтобы поддержать свой коллектив.
Ну, конечно же. Сейчас Империя в крайне неприятном положении. Нужно как-то собираться, играть грамотно. Да.
Слышу.
А, видишь?
Пошел маленький хайп. Но я уверен, что вы можете и лучше. Но попозже. Сейчас еще пока что идет фарм. Все спокойно в рядах у Virtus.pro. Понятное дело, что они доминируют. Есть сыр у Вайпера, а Еки, соответственно, Луны.
Ну и там, я так понимаю, Баттерфляй уже практически готовы для Рамзеса должен быть.
Что фармит Гиро
4300 на руках, да, сейчас себе докупает уже.
Вопрос, что поможет Гирокоптеру?
Ему поможет хотя бы сразу не подставляться под рор, как вариант, и раскастовать свои все ультимейт. Просто хотя бы подамажить на том, ты видел по рекапу прошлому, он практически не нанес урона, потому что его просто стукли в одно мгновение.
Очень хочется на самом деле затыкать Луну, очень хочется альбарду какой-то получить здесь у имперцев, но даже не представляю на ком, не считая Legion Commander, а у Легионки, как мы видим, проблемы с экономикой. 6300 у нее по сравнению с 9000 у Паши.
Ну что, момент истины. Прожимается очередная ночь от команды Virtus.pro. Готовы заходить на ХГ. Заплевывают предварительно нейротоксин на ХГ.
Луна тем временем с готовым баттерфлаем заходит на хайграунд. Бабочка помогает и до свидания. Первый тавер.
Это огромный минус. Вы знаете, что как только падает тавер, дальше просто глейвы летают по всему, что рядом. И вот очень больно будут врываться на Гостика. Гостик кастует на себя сразу. Пресс за атак. Рор потратили на гирокоптер. Гирокоптер просто не может никого бить. И тут просто развал кабинетов на базе у Империи. Байбек есть только у Салента. Отсутствует байбек у Гостика. Забрали бот, врывается Мипошка. Есть у нас Магнитайз, забирает соло. Но ценой целого ультимейта от Эфена. А в это время падает мид, и падает он очень быстро. Вынуждены прожимать глиф фортификации сейчас имперцы. Непонятно, как драться против Империи, потому что там все еще находится сыр, все еще есть Аегис. Вот что происходит. Вы просто пытаетесь войти в драку, и у вас моментально половина лица отваливается.
Да, ты даже, до тебя даже никто не фокусит,
да,
ничего.
Да.
Просто главы прилетают в лицо, и до свидания. Рамзес берет уже третью сторону. Там все еще имеется Аегис, поэтому мне жалко умереть здесь. Мипошка дает сало, дает станы по двоим, ФН. Хоть что-то здесь раскастовать. Вообще ничего нет, ни Соник Вейвов, ни кулдауна. Все это необходимо Империи для того, чтобы защитить хоть что-нибудь. Остаться с голым эншетом, и это GG. Костик его прописывает. Поздравляю Virtus.pro с победой на первой карте в рамках Best of 3 серии. В полуфинале Адреналин Cyber League. И ВП, я не сомневаюсь, более чем довольны своим результатом сейчас. Все было очень-очень просто для них. Я бы сказал, что не было ни единого момента, когда можно было засомневаться в том, что происходит сейчас в рядах Virtus.pro.
Имперцы хорошо начали, на самом деле. Неплохо вроде бы даже проводили драки, но видно, что Virtus.pro гораздо опытнее. И, собственно, в мидгейме, когда уже нафармили свои ключевые артефакты, пошли просто и качественно несколько драк. Опять же, та же самая драка на Рошане в меньшинстве, казалось бы, где должны были вывозить имперцы, но они потратили все свои ультимейты на Нована, которого забрали, и, собственно, с этого уже по накатанной пошли.
Я бы сказал, чрезвычайно сильно не хватило гирокоптеру того фарма, который должен был получить с эншентов, с трипл стак эншентов, который забрал себе Рамзес. И этот необходимый амаунт голды, который он мог бы потратить на быстрое БКБ, которое у него только-только собиралось, самые важные тимфайты, на быстрые другие артефакты, которые давали бы ему хоть какой-то дэмэдж. К сожалению, этого не произошло, и мы увидели то, что мы увидели. Virtus.pro доминировали на протяжении всей карты. Надеюсь, что вторая встреча будет намного интереснее.
Хотелось бы, на самом деле, увидеть полноценную Best of 3.
Did he actually take it off?
Well, with that...
Why would you do this? That's 4?
I'm gonna go with OG. That's my vote.
I'm just doing it in the hopes of Reginald.
No, their cosmetics haven't appeared yet, right?
Yep. Yeah, buddy, they're there. Okay, we're going to
There's
send
no
on over to our casters now. That's enough for you. How about time for Mott and Brax?
Why have you done this?
Thank you so much, Trent. Slacks, I'm so sorry. Well, sorry that I'm not sorry, actually. I don't really care either way. Totinos indeed. We're jumping into the game. It is game 2 after a fantastic first game between these two teams. We have a bit of a different draft here, but what are you expecting out of game number 2, Brax?
I'm expecting a nice back and forth close game. Both these teams looked very, very good in the last series. And we've got some different lineups here. We've got Morphling, who comes out on the side of OG. I'm not sure how to feel exactly about this here, but I'm pretty sure he's good. He looks very good.
Yeah, we've seen him in a couple of games. He's very tough to take down. RTZ had a game, and I think Optic played it with Pycat, who had an amazing game in the North American region. So OG, they'll go for it now. It seems like it will be a good resolution here. There's not as much split pushing, sure, but he can do a lot of stuff in terms of taking up heroes. There's plenty of good spells to have. I do want to talk about, though, it looks like it's going to be another Kuroki core as he's playing the Gyrocopter, and Mind Control is on the Witch Doctor. So Liquid are going to switch it up once again, Brax.
Yep, once Captain Kuroki wants his jar, you give him the jar. There's no questions asked.
Yeah, you just got to give it to him. So, but
it's also a Miracle Pudge.
Oh, is it really? Oh, that's so hype. Is it going to be roaming? Who's going
I would
where?
assume so.
It's GH Magnus, so he's core. They are switching up the lineups. They did this yesterday. They won the game while they did it. They're going to try it again. And OG now, they'll keep the same sort of lineup in terms of the positioning. But both teams not able to find a kill at the beginning of the game. Liquid maybe thinking about the 5-man aspect. There is a bounty available. Real quick, I do want to say the bounties that were completed were both draft bounties for OG. They also completed the No Scope and Witchcraft Wizardry, which was hype. And OG, of course. There's nobody bottom. You're right. This is the quad lane.
It's the quad lane. We want first blood, guys.
Matema Man CPing home. All right, that's probably for the best. He's CPing to the tier 1 tower. GH skewers back fly. He's got decay. Plenty of good damage to be done, but shouldn't be enough to get the kill. We'll keep our eyes peeled there. I think he's fine. He's even decayed. No Tail is sitting in the tree line. I don't think they spotted him. They should know that he's up here. They're really waiting, though. He's being very patient on this Venomancer.
He knows something's up because Matema Man is solo in the bottom lane.
Where are the supports, guys? They don't think they're mid because Resolution and Fly are still... Oh, now they've spotted him. Miracle is hook. Canceling the animation. They don't have vision of him anymore. Now they do. Will they go for it? They're pinging him out. I think they know. No, that was actually the mind control ping. So.
Yep.
All right. I want to keep watching top because I feel like I might miss it if I don't.
Yeah, it feels like something they could be waiting for quite some time.
Yeah, very true. Homing missile coming out. That'll help. Mind control walking up. They have the cast come in. It's not enough. TP comes in immediately from Jerax on his Tusk, which, by the way, one of the best Tusks in the game. He will zone out Kuroki and Mind Control. They still have the cask available. There's the hook coming in. No Tail is now caught in the trees, but he's going to eat his way through. The Tangle will do the job. The cast doing some serious work. Good snowball save coming in, but they're going a little far forward. Homing missiles up. There's the Gale coming out. Kuroki might be in trouble here. No Tail. He might get first, but he will. It's Fly that comes in to get it. It's the Decay that comes in. Good hook, though, and Miracle will turn it. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, but now they're using Mind Control as well. This is going to be a 2-for-1 with Fly getting a double kill for OG at the start of this game.
Yeah, very, very nicely played. It's this is a tough lane to aggro into, right? The Tusk and Undying, even though they're both melee, Tusk is very, very good at getting on top of these heroes, brings them up with a snowball.
Yep.
I'm not sure that they can actually fight this lane head on.
No, it's very tough. Until they have Rocket Barrage, I think, for Gyrocopter. Unless they might even not scale that. We've seen that from some gyros recently. But knowing that they're in an aggro tri-lane, they might... Or they could just swap the lanes around. Send Miracle and Mind Control roaming somewhere else. Try to find some kills, maybe on the Resolution, which is obviously a tough target, but...
Yeah, very tough to kill the Morphin like that. And Fly takes an Invis Rune, so any plans of aggression have been thwarted. They'll get scouted. Nothing will happen.
Dude, he's rich now. He's got boots. He's bought a stick to work with as well. He got like 500 gold from the first blood plus the extra kill along with it, which was pretty sick.
Yeah, very true. You know, the one thing Liquid do have going for them in the lane phase is this bottom lane now. Now it's a 1v1 Necro against the Axe. Very, very heavily favored in Necro. So
S4 does have a slight advantage in CSing, but Matema Man will, I think, do a lot more work later on into the game.
Yeah, he'll start to pull ahead soon.
Yeah, S4 is now taking a fair amount of damage from Matema Man. In fact, he's got to be careful. The Battle Hunger will come out. Matema Man does have a Tango and a stick to work with, not to mention the Salve. Meanwhile, the top lane, they will sentry that Observer Ward that was scouting out Liquid's movements with the Pudge as well as Mind Control, but this lane is sort of slowing down a bit. Both heroes getting decent farm, but yeah, we'll see.
It's a lane where, like, if both teams do nothing, then OG comes out a bit ahead. Right. They have the poles to work with. They can get extra experience. It denies some experience. And if Liquid decide to play aggressive, then they're going to have to play into the snowball counter, tombstone, when it's potentially there, of course, and then the solar peel. It's like they can't go in, you know? All they can really do is leave the lane and try to make things happen elsewhere, like S4 in the bottom lane.
Resolution also getting caught. He will survive for down. There's going to be the call coming out, Miracle. That's 3 spins in a row. He's got the hook available, though. Rod is also available. The Battle Hunger S4 is moving pretty speedily. He's going to get the Bounty Rune. I think they're going to try to cut off the path of retreat, but Matema Man instead, well, he'll head a different direction. He has the Creep Wave on him, but there's not much you can do about that. So S4 is going to go away. He's going to get both Bounty Runes the hook. Maybe not. They've got the Rod available. There's the call coming in. The cask will hit up, and S4 is in some serious trouble. One more auto attack. It's the Death Pulse, and Matema Man will come and get the kill. Miracle hits a beautiful hook to secure that, and they almost got away there. But again, great play for Miracle with the hook.
Very, very nicely done, making things happen. Up top as well, Kuroki going to get snowballed here.
Yeah, he's in trouble. Rocket Barrage level 2 available, he might need to use it. Solar comes out, and he just gets dropped down. And OG, a great, again, initiation from Jerax. Good ice shards along with it to follow up, and that will secure another kill for this Tower squad.
Busting at the taunt, too. I can't wait to see Fly do the 360 no-scope and just taunt and run in circles.
That would be hype. That counts, right? Because you're running in a circle, essentially.
Yeah.
That would be so sick. Kuroki, there's the decay coming in. He's going to get caught again. They've got the Plague Ward, Rocket Barrage, the homing missile. It's not going to do enough. The soul up to fly up. They need no tail. And he might be able to find this. One more Rocket Barrage. He's going to get the kill. He'll fall still, but OG, they lose a big hero. Get out of my game. Did they do it? They killed him 3 times in a row at before level 6. They did it. OG, they get it done. They go to Kuroki. Oh man, that is hype. They're doing so many bounties. I love it. Fly's in trouble though. Miracle. Hook coming in. They've got the rock. Fly will drop down. Beautifully done. So it will be a 2-for-1 trade going for Liquid. But again, that bounty completed. OG making sure they bring Kuro down 3 times in a row.
Yep, tilting the opposition while acquiring some moonbucks. Doesn't get better than that.
Exactly. It's those all-chat ones that are sometimes the hypest, I feel like.
They're very enjoyable.
Yes.
I was a big fan of the Worst Smoking.
Worst Smoking was the best. I kind of want to bring it back because it was so good. We even saw it in game 1 too. Both teams were smoking. GH asking a question, do we need to save We're Smoking? He was a little confused, but JRX is hooked up. There's the rock. The cask will come through. He's actually going to snowball and save himself. They will have the Rocket Barrage. Ice shards from JRX are absolutely on point again. This guy knows how to play his Tusk, and he's got another hero to rotate in. It's no tail, but he needs to be careful. Miracle looking for another hook, but the Frozen Sigil slowing him down. Now he's in trouble. They've got the Poison Sting. They've got the Plague as well. They dropped the ward down, but the Venomous Gale won't be able to do much as he just TPs himself out of trouble.
But look at Resolution's positioning. He's stuck in the trees. He actually buried himself in with the Iron Branch.
Oh, he really did. Did he get a kill? Did he get a kill with it? Maybe he got a kill, and that's what happened. He got he got GH and he dropped. Oh, Resolution just got buried beneath the tree. They're getting so many bounties. OG are going to be rich. They're going all in on these bounties right now. They even had the draft bounties in game 1. That's so hype.
And Jerax's Tusk play top was very, very impressive. I think most players would not be able to get out of that situation.
So OG, they've got a pretty good start, all things considered. This Axe, despite dying, is top of the net worth. He is a Vanguard already. They have really good farm on the Morphling, and Venomancer is starting to catch up a little bit as well. So this is a pretty good start here for OG, I think.
Yeah, they're doing very, very well. Axe is actually having a fantastic game, even though he went down. You know, the new AoE on the Heartstop Horror is so small compared to before. 700 AoE compared to 900.
Yeah.
It feels very underwhelming, and Necro did receive some nerfs, so.
Which were well deserved.
Of course.
In the last patch. But he's about to get caught. S4 running, decides not to go for the call. Matama Man will back up. He's got treads to work with. Mid lane, Resolution's going to blink away, rather waveform away from GH, who is almost at his level 6, so he will have, if he wants to get the RP at level 6, he sure can. Miracle, about to find a hook onto S4, potentially. There it is, just missing. A little too far. The distance, the level 2 is not going to be enough, so good effort.
Yep, and they brought the numbers, too. That would have been a huge kill if they were able to get it, but interesting item choice to go for the Vanguard. It's good, right? You need something to lane.
Oh, Calling Blade, not enough damage. Close, though. Reapers is available. They're going to keep him there and have Kuroki dive this. This is trouble. Cask will come out, the Rocket Barrage. Vanguard making him tanky. The spins, the Calling Blade not in time. Now he's going to get dropped down, though. The Ice Shards, again, from Jerax are just so on point. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Mataba Man has to TP away. The Frozen Sigil not able to find him, and Jerax, as well as Fly, will just sit here, TP in, and get that 1-for-1 kill.
Shards have been so good so far.
Yeah. I mean, it's been godlike. We talked about Miracle's Magnus last game. This game, it's been the Jerax Tusk, I think. It's been really solid.
Yep, and we're only 8 minutes into the game.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about. Every shard he's had has been impactful in one way or the other, whether to keep him alive or to keep an ally alive or to keep somebody else penned in. And we'll see what Jerax can do as the game progresses. GH, meantime, in the mid lane is getting harassed down by Resolution, level 8. Plenty of farm to work with.
Oh, Miracle caught in the shards here bottom lane as well.
Oh, he's in some big trouble. No tangos to work with. He's going to get caught by the Frozen Sigil as well. They will have a cask available. They need to get it off. But the call comes in, and it's too little too late for Miracle. He's going to get dropped down. Call down from Kuroki will hit onto 2, but where's the follow-up? He's got flat cannon level 1. The Frozen Sigil will get dropped to S4, waiting around the corner with another call ready in 3 seconds, and decides against going for any further aggression. But it is going to be the Miracle Pudge that has dropped down, and now a 2K lead for OG.
Yeah, very, very nice. OG are in a pretty dominant position at the moment. Their axes, he's not unkillable, but he's very difficult to kill with any sort of reinforcements. And like, look at him. He's just casually cutting the wave, tanking all these abilities. He might die.
He might die. Good call. Spins coming out. S4's got the Culling Blade. He needs one more auto attack, and he couldn't find it. Kuroki will stay alive. He'll salve up. Finally, they get the kill.
S4 feeding in the bottom lane, feeding his brains out. Very killable.
Very killable. That's the one situation where they are able to bring him down. Miracle, in the meantime, he will get dropped. Another good ice shards from JRX and Fly to rotate and to secure another kill. And so while, you know, you're getting some farm from Atuma Man, OG are still making a lot of space for both No Tail top and, of course, Resolution in the mid lane on this Morphling.
Yep, this Morph has been basically unanswered 2-0 already from the mid lane. And also this Venomancer is going to... He's at the point where he takes over the lane, right? Drops a million Plague Lords, can start pressuring the tower. I guess Atuma Man does have the hood to sustain, so he could hold it, but he doesn't want to sit here forever in front of Venom, because Venom's going to farm the lane, farm the jungle. He'll get more than him.
He's almost at his first item, the Force Staff as well. No Tail getting some extra mobility, kiting around both Kuroki, the Mag, as well as the Pudge. So there's a lot of potential here. Meanwhile, wave 4 mid, GH able to skewer away. That's actually Resolution skewering after him, the Shockwave. They need another waveform. It's the Snowball instead. The Adaptive Strike will secure the kill. No, it's the Ice Shards from JRX. Again, another big one there. It's a 1-for-1 trade as they did get No Tail in the top lane. Resolution saying, get out of my game. You've already done it. You've already done it, Reza, but it's okay. Oh, I love it. I love it.
You know, Resolution. It's nice to see the teams get into it, right? They love it. It's a good time.
Yeah, they're all enjoying it, and that's what Midas mode is really all about. Meanwhile, they're going to find Resolution. There's the Dismember. He is level 6 on Miracle. They need more damage. He's got the attribute shift. He's going to use it. The call down coming in. They need the Rocket Brush. So tanky. There's the RP. They're committing a lot for this kill. The Snowball is saved from JRX just in time. They need maybe one more auto attack or two. They should still find this. The Soul Up coming out the Shockwave. They'll finally turn and get the kill. Fly's also getting a little bit low as well. GH getting chased down. Another beautiful Ice Shards. He will get dropped. The Walrus Punch coming in again. The Shockwave, too little, too late. It'll be a 1-for-1 trade, but a hook coming in from Miracle. They'll find another kill. Fly gets dropped down by the rod. Mind Control. Here we go. It's the poison of the Snowball save again, and now Liquid are getting ticked down the Ice Shards. The Snowball, Kuroki wants this kill into JRX. He can't find it. They will not be able to get any further kills. The Deny coming out at least onto Mind Control, but Miracle's going to take down as well. Kuroki will fall. Miracle, he will survive, I believe.
Yeah, he's totally fine.
Oh my god, that fight was nuts.
Yep, and meanwhile, Atuma Man takes top tower. S4 takes bottom, I want to say. Maybe it died earlier. I'm not sure.
Oh man, they killed all 5 heroes there at one point or another for OG. They all went down. And there was a Deny, I believe. Who was it on? To Kuroki? No, on to Mind Control. Cool. And Miracle survived too, so. That was a crazy fight. RP was used. But that's the problem. They used so much for Resolution there.
Yeah.
Like he was so tanky.
He gets so tanky so quickly with the attribute shift, right? The Morph. Well, I guess now it's called attribute shift and Morph is the ultimate. All right.
Which it makes it really confusing.
It does.
I've made that mistake before. Call coming out, they're going to find Mind Control, who's in a really rough spot. Although he has a haste rune, actually might be fine. Not only that, but he's got Tread's Bracer. Mind Control is actually rather rich for a Witch Doctor.
Yep, and now they know that Axe has a Blink Dagger.
They smoke. The smoke will be broken immediately. Kuroki has call down. The cask will come in, but it's a good blink away. They will hit the Maledict on to Fly. Homing Missile is flying on through as well. They will get Atuma Man elsewhere. The hook coming in across the river. The call down. Fly will soul rip. He's got the decay. Drops the Tombstone, but they need to be careful. This Tombstone's going to get dropped. GH, no RP for 10 seconds. Another good Ice Shards blocking them in. No Tail gets the Gale off onto 1. He's going to skewer himself away. GH now getting waveform down, and he's going to get caught and killed as the Urn ticks him up. A couple more auto attacks will do the job. Now they're looking for a call. Nice dodge by Kuroki. Very swift. And he's going to get saved as the hook comes in. They have the Death Ward starting to pelt No Tail. Resolution's also nearby. Kuroki getting earned up as well. Resolution needs to be careful. He's in the Pudge. He's going to get dropped down here. The Rocket Barrage will do the job, and that's a huge kill. But now No Tail, he has the Gale back up again. They're near the shrine. They've got to get to it. The Cask, the Homing Missile. He's out of mana, though, for Kuroki. Chasing him down. The Phase Boots. He's going to try to get to the low ground with the Force Staff, and he will. The Homing Missile will not do enough damage. Kuroki can't chase him either, and that should do it in terms of the fight. I believe it was a 2-for-2 trade at the end of it. Now more to be's, maybe not. Miracle looking for another hook. Looks like he threw it out but couldn't quite find something. And at 13 minutes into this game, it is 13-14 in kill scores.
Yep, complete bloodbath.
Oh my god. Can they find anything else? G still doesn't have his Blink Dagger. In fact, he's not even really that close.
No, he's super far away.
And he's probably dead again. Oh, he's mega dead. He wants the RP, but he can't get it. He's slowed up to oblivion. S4 gets a nice call off the Culling Blade. Hook comes in too little, too late. Atuma Man now getting chased down. He has the Ghost Shroud available, plus the Death Pulse to work with. Stick charges are up too. He's forcing very tanky on this hero. On the other side, Dismember, Miracle's been caught by JRX again, and it's not even that surprising anymore. The Snowball save for now for JRX. Matema Man is going to be able to get to the low ground with a Force Staff. Ghost Shroud was used, Fly chasing him down as well. It's a 2-for-0 trade in Liquid. They're getting run at. S4 gets another great call. They're going to try to get this kill. Ice Shard's hitting again. He's got the Death Pulse. He needs to use it. He's getting auto attack down. The Urn coming in the Battle Hunger. He's so low. The Adaptive Strike, he's sticks up, somehow still alive. On the other side, S4 getting chased down by Mind Control as well as another. There's the Snowball coming in. They're going to turn this Kuroki. They've got the call down. Hits onto one. Will get Fly. Now Resolution has to use the attribute shift. Kuroki doesn't do enough damage yet, even with the Rocket Barrage. They're going to get the Gale off. Another Mind Control, Ice Shard, double kill for Kuroki. Looking for no seal. They get the cask up. There's going to be the call. No, S4. He's got the Culling Blade instead. That's what he's going to use to get the kill. And they will hook him though. Miracle coming back in the rot. Will secure another kill. Back and forth we go. Kills everywhere. There's dead bodies all over the damn place. I don't know what's happening, and it's 16-18 now. My God.
This game is ridiculous. Everyone's just fighting over and over. It's yeah, it's crazy.
The game is so action-packed that even the fight recap is a little confused still.
Uh-oh. We've got a pause. You guys know
have
what
a pause.
this
Start it
means.
up. Start the timer. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Uh-oh. It's okay, we're fine. My bad. Thank you so much for that bomb sauce vape break. That was absolutely outstanding. What I will say is that the pause did cost them 134 moonbucks. JRX says chill. I don't know if he knows how this is how it works, but it's okay, buddy. But despite OG having that great fight that we just saw a couple minutes ago, Liquid are still winning somehow.
Yeah. Matema Man's farm is the top of the net with a lot of the
Buka. Jesus.
A lot of the farms on the supports, right? From Team Liquid. That's where their small advantage is coming in.
They also have Matema Man, of course. I think you just mentioned that, but he's top of the net worth now. They're also getting a lot of tier 1 towers, whereas there's only been one taken by OG. Call down coming elsewhere. I think it's just a farm for Kuroki. Yeah, the Ancient Stack. He's got Mask of Bandits now. His farm will increase. He also has Max. This is one of the few times we haven't seen Max Homing Missile recently. He went Max Rocket Barrage and Flat Cannon. So kind of the old school build in that regard.
Yep, big time. Just trying to farm as much as possible, going for the Mask of this build too, which I would say is more common nowadays.
Yes. And he's going to go for the SNY as well. So no side gun or nothing like that anytime soon, I don't think. Kind of feels like Agnems have just fallen off on that hero. Nobody picks it up as much anymore.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty decent. Like, when you look at the numbers, it looks good, but I don't know.
It's a pretty rough build-up, right?
Yeah, it's true.
You don't really want the point booster. I mean, it kind of keeps you tanky, and then the rest of the items are kind of iffy, so...
Yep, you got a casual Staff of Wizardry that doesn't do a whole lot either.
That's going to help. That's surely going to give you something.
Well, makes you smarter, so that's good.
They will scan on the Radiant side. I don't think they hit anybody successfully. OG, they have Jarek smoked up. He's on top of an Observer Ward, so if they do spot him, you will be able to see him pretty quickly. Elsewhere, GH is still, he's getting close to this Blank Dagger. With the Blank Dagger, he can get back into this game. He can force some fights. This is a huge item for Liquid.
Big time. They've been taking all these fights without the Magnus Blink Dagger when Axe has had his for quite some time, right? So they'll have some better team fight. And, you know, OG have been in this mid lane. They were smoked up looking for a kill on whoever potentially walked up, but they don't want the Batuma Man, right?
Yeah.
He's got the Force Staff, Hood, Ghost Shroud, and all the garbage, scary Necro abilities that we are all used to seeing.
Yeah. I mean, when they get kills, a lot of it is based off of the Ice Shards from Jerax, and the Force Staff is going to help keep him alive. So he's pretty much the only hero they don't want, maybe besides the Magnus, who can skewer himself out of trouble. But his blink is done. He has to buy it for GH. And again, remember, this is role swapping for Liquid. This is the best team, arguably, in the world. Role swapping against OG, another great team in a best-of-3 series for Midas mode. And there's bounties being completed. It's been a hectic game, back and forth, 16 to 18. But it certainly is made for good Dota for now.
Yep, for sure. And, you know, Batuma Man's been sitting here so confidently in the mid lane that OG basically left, right? They don't want to risk going on this target because if they fail, it could be disastrous, right? Magnus is off the map.
They're going to try. He's going to force himself. He's actually ready for the hook. He doesn't even need to use the Force Staff.
Yep. They've got some defensive tools that they can work with. Magnus has his Blink Dagger. Resolution sees it.
He's going to screw himself out. They have the blink for GH. It's going to be a reveal. He will use it as Resolution waveforms in. He is safe behind the tier 1 tower, but that is the blink reveal. So now OG have a very good idea that item is up and ready to go for Liquid.
Yep, for sure. But, you know, Liquid, they're buying themselves time to farm. It feels like Kuroki can start to farm out some of these side lanes, farm up the jungle pretty safely. Batuma Man can hold the mid lane against multiple heroes without being too scared.
Oh, they're going to come in, force forward. There's the Reapers, but where's the follow-up? They wanted to get that hook onto him, I believe, instead of onto Batuma Man, so that didn't really work out well. In fact, that was probably one of the most disastrous turn of events I think I've ever seen. So they're going to try again, though. Hook comes through, dodges right through. JRX moves to the right instead of the hook coming to the left. And there's going to be another RP coming in. Blink back. There's going to be the skewer as well to secure the kill. GH, that was the real reveal, and they're looking for more. Rod, Dismember, both available. They need this hook. JRX going to try to dodge it. There's the snowball. He gets it off in time, and he will swiftly dodge it to the right. Again, the buyback coming in from No Tail. They've dived deep here. They've missed the shards for the first time in the game, it feels like, and maybe Liquid can get out of this. The Gale will hit onto Miracle. They have a Force Staff available in 6 seconds. They have the Frozen Sigil. Here comes the Tombstone, the Poison Nova. This is a problem for Miracle. It's a lot of damage. He's going to go for the TP. Can he make it out in time? The Snowball, it's not there. It's going to even dive past the tier 1 tower. And Kuroki coming to clean up. They're going to find No Tail. It's going to be a dieback as Swirl will get the kill with the Culling Blade onto Mind Control. But who really cares about that? It's just a damn Witch Doctor. A double kill, a mega kill spree for this Gyro.
Very nicely played from Liquid. Their team fight is starting to come online, right? Even when they RP casually for one hero, they're still going to die. They can use it. They don't have to save it for a big, you know, 3 or 4 man RP. It just can be a casual stun into the skewer. So very nice. They can be very liberal with it this game. They actually Force Staff the Venomancer in, and then tried to stun him with the Reaper Scythe and then chain it with the hook. But unfortunately, the hook missed. It was a very nice idea, but didn't work out. Next time, the execution, I'm sure it'll be there.
Yeah, the one issue is they hooked Batuma Man. He stood in front of the hook, unfortunately. So I mean, it's tough. It's tough to do, but. Yeah, next time you're at, more than likely the execution will be there, especially for a team like Liquid. But Dagon has been picked up from Batuma Man, but more importantly, JRX now has a Blink Dagger to work with. So Blink saves, Blink initiation. Meanwhile, top lane, they're going to find GH. He's going to get skewered back. They're going to find the kill, I believe, on Batuma Man. No, he's fine. GH still. He's going to get dropped down. Miracle now trying to fight Resolution. They dismember. He can't get off the attribute ship. Now he will. He will waveform away. He actually didn't waveform across the way. Reaper's coming in elsewhere. It's Batuma Man getting a kill on a JRX, and they're in deep. Now he's in a little bit too far. Call down coming in. Kuroki trying to fight. The No Tail needs to run yet again. Mind Control is in. They're going to find Fly. Resolution finds his way out, it looks like, but it's going to be still 3 dead on OG side as they're fighting in 2 different locations across the map.
Yep, and again, they tried to go on the Necrophos in the mid lane, and just so tanky. He gets called in a full creep wave, doesn't matter, gets followed up with all the spells. They can't commit to Necro without multiple heroes, right? It's just not possible at this part of the game.
Yeah, it's so difficult. Ghost Shroud level 4, Force Staff, Hood of Defiance, the Death Pulses. He has 300 health as well with a level 15 talent.
Yep, it's big.
I mean, yeah, you're right. There's not really any way they can kill him, and I think even as the game progresses, it's still going to be tough. Maybe when your Morphling is more farm, but he had to go Liquits first. So we'll see. Oh, man, S4 might be in trouble. He's going to walk right into Mind Control 1 auto attack. He gets it off. There's the cast coming in as well. The hook to follow it up the rot. S4 is donezo. Skewered away just to make sure he couldn't get the call off to do any too much work there, and it will be a nice big pickup with S4 down for 50 seconds.
Yeah, big kill. All right, Matama Man TPing down bottom. They see Fly.
He is in trouble.
Yep.
Homing Missile will slow him down here. They'll have the Rocket Barrage. They want to Reapers him, obviously. And the Mask of Madness to get some extra move speed for Kuroki. Dagon instead, they didn't have Reapers. He just used it. 36 seconds, actually, on the cooldown. So, still 2 kills. And suddenly Liquid have taken a 5K lead. I mean, this is crazy.
Yep. Their team fight came online when Magnus got his Blink Dagger, right? Even though he only used it for 1 hero. It doesn't matter. Just anything is good at this point. And then they always have to worry about it now, especially when they have these tanky cores in the front. Gyrocopter. Pretty hard to take down right now. And then same thing with the Necrophos along with the Force Staffs coming out.
They're going to try with the Poison Nova again. Matama Man, again, he's got a Hood of Defiance. He's barely taking down. In fact, he's healing.
Damage. Yeah.
He's actually not even doing anything. He's just healing. He's got plenty of regen. He had the Sadist running. And Death Ward going to come out. No Tail in trouble. There's going to be the Snowball. Not a save, though. Mind Control. They're able to get No Tail away, but JRX now is in trouble as well. No Tail has to go for the TP. About to get dropped. There's the Reapers instead. That'll be on to JRX. Matama Man probably wanted on No Tail. But there is going to be the Ghost Shroud coming in. Matama Man is fine. They will take down Mind Control, but that's just a support kill. They want to get this kill on Matama Man. He is in trouble. They need a counter initiation. He needs a Force Staff. He needs something. He's going to get dropped in a moment. Death Pulse, not up in time. Resolution finds a double kill. Matama Man stays too long, goes too deep, and now Miracle also on the run. He's got his own Force Staff, not to mention Earn charges, as well as Wand charges as well. He will force up. He's going to get the hook. There's the Dismember. They're going to call down Kuroki's into the fray. The Rocket Barrage. Resolution's got an attribute shift. The Homing Missile, but it will break the Liquid Steer. He's still in trouble here. He's morphing all into strength, or rather attribute shifting, and he's going to get dropped by Miracle, who now is dominating with a double kill. Beautifully done from Liquid. The turnaround, it's there every time, it feels like.
Very nice. I was talking about tanky heroes, and Pudge is the tankiest one of them all, apparently. 2500 HP, Hood, Force Staff. Good luck killing him.
He's got so many Flesh Heap stacks. 15 at this point. He has 2500 HP, as you mentioned. That is insane. They're out of control, says Matama Man. Indeed.
Where are their captains to control these monsters?
They're letting it ride. Oh, that Sentry coming out and fly. Ooh, just narrowly dodges the hook. They don't have another dust, but he might take down the Maledict. Should do the job. It will.
Toast.
Elsewhere, Kuroki, he's in deep. He's in very deep, in fact. This is troublesome. It's going to be a TP coming in from No Tail. Call down will come. No Tail actually might be the one in trouble. He's going to have to Shrine here. Call down still going. The Rocket Barrage. Miracles here. The Dismember pulling him back in. The Homing Missile. He will get dropped again. A rough game for No Tail, to be sure.
Yep, definitely. Kuroki, I mean, just look at how they can play, right? The damage just isn't there from the side of OG, especially when Morphling's dead. Kuroki is just on top of the Shrine with no real care in the world. The by the way, the Dismember change on Pudge where it like starts to suck him in. That's so cool, isn't it?
I love it.
Like before, sometimes you'd eat them at max range.
Yeah, they would be like body lengths away, and you're just like, oh, this probably shouldn't work, but all right. That's much cooler with the way they changed it. Kuroki is mega farmed. Yep. I mean, he's going to have a Scotty. Yeah, that is insane.
This was a gyro that got, what was the challenge again? The get out of my game.
Get out of my game, that's it.
He was 0-3 top lane.
He did not get out of the game. He is in the game.
Yep.
EA Sports. Resolution about to get chased down. Miracle goes for the hook. Nicely done. There it is. They need to Dismember. That's the Liquid Sphere. They've got the Reapers. They're going to use it. Isn't enough damage. Not quite still. The Death Ward about to bring him down. The Urn ticking him up as well. The attribute shift should still keep him alive. They need another hook. The Urn continue to tick him down. Hooks there. Resolution. Oh, Miracle with the snipe. Beautifully done again. My God. They're looking for more. JRX is going to get skewered back by GH. They're going to find 2. Although the Snowball will keep him alive momentarily. No Tail can only look on in horror, but the blink away. Still going to get caught by GH. The Ice Shards, he's ticking. Not enough damage yet. He'll try to turn around the corner, but it's too little too late as the Urn comes out. That should be enough with another Shockwave coming in. He's going to sit in the trees. They see him. The Scotty hit from Kuroki will do the job, and the Frozen Sigil will get dropped. So now, no tail, or rather no resolution and no Jerax for another 50 seconds. And here we go. Kuroki is in, and he just destroys No Tail. He's also dead for 50, and this is going to be a tier 3 and probably Rax here, Brax.
Yeah, I just don't see any way that OG can kill the heroes on the side of Team Liquid. Even when Axe lands a big call, there's no Blade Mail coming out. He's got BKB Vanguard, which is definitely needed to stay alive, right? But
yeah,
none of them do enough damage to get through the defense of Liquid at all. Also, there's kind of other random factors in there too. There's Force Staffs, there's the Pudge Hook to reset whoever they go on as well. It just doesn't feel like they can take a fight. I know it's a 17 gold lead now, but when the game was like even, right? Once Magnus finally picked up his Blink Dagger, I felt like we already hit that stage.
I thought, and again, it's one of those situations like last game where OG have this early game advantage, but in this game it felt more like just Resolution couldn't bridge the gap, whereas last game I don't know if that was the case. I don't know. It's really interesting.
He was off to a great start, right? But then some team fights just didn't go their way. Like, we saw the way Liquid were able to posture on the map. Necrophos was able to sit mid in front of the Venomancer and like 2 other heroes, and they just couldn't go on him at all. And that bought Liquid enough time to continue farming the map.
This could be huge for OG. They've smoked up. They have the Blink ready to go for the Axe. Not only that, but he has picked himself up a BKB, and they're looking for something here. What are they going to find? S4, Miracle's about to spot this out. They see him. They jump in. They miss the call, and Kuroki is still fighting fit. The call down will go. BKB at press 4. They're looking for an RP. They've got the hook. Instead, they're going to grab that kill onto Fly. RP comes in. That's onto 1. Kuroki's still doing plenty of damage. They're going to grab 3 kills, perhaps 4, as Jerax is on the run. No Tail getting hit up with the flat cannon Scotty damage, and that is going to be it. GG, well played, is called, and Liquid will take another series against OG 2-0.
Very nicely done. Well, I believe we have an announcement, right?
We do. So we're not going to take too much time here. Again, shout out to both of these teams for playing really well, getting these bounties. That was a lot of fun. But we do have a very special announcement coming up for you, so we'll send it right back to the panel.
Hello. Welcome, friends. I have a very special announcement that I'd like to... You know what? Reginald? My hat? You forgot it again? Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Very kind.
Only one white glove.
Only one glove. Reginald, he's slacking.
We have a very important announcement to make today, friends. Reginald, if you could now, that you are back at the producer table, play the special video. Thank you.
They will get 3, and that is GG. They will be moving on to the captain's draft.
Dropping everything but the triple stomp in the back. Are you kidding me? And they are falling like flies.
This could be Mega Creeps, a time lapse again, and that is Mega Creeps. GGs will come out, and OG are your EU champions.
This is their last stand. This is all they have. GG is cold. An Empire going to the captain's draft. He has BKB.
They're just clicking them.
Yeah, that's GG.
GG. There's the jump in waiting room. Yeah, I mean, but pretty much that's what they have. GG. They're going to be your Chinese qualifier winner.
Thank you, Reginald. So as you guys can see, Captain's Draft tickets are finally available. It is the only minor or major open to the public in the United States for the entire year, at least as of today. I mean,
what about TI?
Well, so TI is not a minor or major, and there are rumors it might be in Canada.
Yeah, because Key Arena's being redone, refurbished or whatever.
So it could be the only public land period of the entire year in the United States, which is pretty crazy to think about.
Yeah.
But super excited.
I assume like venue, location. I mean, they're buying tickets. I assume they know where they're going, right?
Yes, that's on the video. And if you guys want to actually check out the tickets, it's moonduck.tv/CD4. Tried to make it nice and simple for you guys. It'll be at the DC Armory, thanks to Events DC, which is our partner in this endeavor.
the DC Army has hosted many historic events, and they've hosted many historic figures such as NBA players and presidents. And now it will feature.
I mean, we saw an esports event, right, on a basketball court one time. We're hoping to up the ante a little bit since the old Han Tour finals.
What about the fact that we clearly have U.S. government ins for sponsorship? I think we've set a pattern here. It's official.
Donald Trump will be attending the LAN, so stay tuned for that.
In an orange jumpsuit, hopefully.
We'll see how that goes.
It is super exciting, though. I think over the last month, by far the most common question we've gotten in our inboxes and on Twitter and everything else is when the hell are tickets going to go on sale. Today, when I announced the little teaser, like we're going to have a captain's draft thing coming up, most of the responses were, is it canceled? Oh, God, please say it isn't so. So I'm glad we've set the stage well and set the expectations high. But tickets are finally on sale. We have individual tickets, right? So they are broken up across the 3 days. It's a 4-day LAN, 3 days in the venue. The first day is going to be in the hotel. And then, so you can kind of pick and choose. If you work on that Friday, you can just come on Saturday and Sunday, or you can buy all 3 and attend the whole thing. But they're now on sale, and there are links being spammed in Twitch chat for you to easily find it.
And of course, the production value of this tournament has set the bar very high. So expect even greater things, perhaps.
I think so.
Less randoming.
Yeah,
probably.
Less randoming. That part should be fun.
But it's not only the only public LAN so far in the U.S. this entire season, but it's also the only non-captain's mode, minor or major, in the history of Dota, which is pretty cool. Very happy.
Has there ever been a non-standard game mode tournament at all? That's been on LAN?
There might have been
like none.
something with Red Bull maybe in the past, like a Red Bull Battlegrounds, or maybe that was just a weird format.
You're right.
I don't know if it was actual
It was
game
still captain's mode, but yeah, it was a funky kind of player. It was like you play one, it was sort of like Swiss actually. It was, I think, the closest analogy you could make.
So whatever label you want to put on it, it's the first of many kinds. So very excited. Thank you to Valve for okaying this.
Why'd you laugh there?
Well, that's another story. But, you know. But yeah, tickets on sale, moonduck.tv/CD4, friends. We're going to go to a quick break, and we'll talk about the games of this tournament, Midas mode.
Cô tình cháu điên, cái này xài rất là dễ.
Ai bên bạn khi ngày dài thử sức? NutriBoost luôn sẵn sàng tràn năng lượng. Mentos Fresh Action cực sảng khoái, nay đã thêm mát hơn. Mentos Fresh Action cực sảng khoái, nay đã thêm mát hơn. Mentos Fresh Action cực sảng khoái, nay đã thêm mát hơn. Mentos Fresh Action cực sảng khoái, nay đã thêm mát hơn.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Midas mode. We've got 1 series down and 2 series to go today. Of course, our beautiful panel is back with us. A small change of personnel. Old Ziore's back in front of the camera this time.
Yeah, you have been slaving away.
Yep, I got dressed up for the occasion too, barefoot and t-shirt with a blazer. So
you did put on normal pants though.
I did put on normal pants.
Big difference.
What's one of the great things about doing production? You get to wear whatever you want. Sweats and t-shirts every day.
Great for you.
It's great for me. You look sharp today though, Trent. I like that tie clip.
Yeah, you into that area?
I actually don't have any tie clips. I feel like I haven't graduated to tie clip territory. When I was at was it the last DSL event? Or no, Montreal. The guy that did my makeup told me that I'm too young to wear tie clips.
Oh, wow.
That was his advice. So apparently it's an old man thing.
That's not true.
Welcome being an old
That's
man.
what he told
I'm
me.
in.
He might have been. He was Canadian, so you
well,
know.
Yeah. You know
yeah.
how they are.
Coffee here.
I really don't. Just limited sample.
So what do we got here, boys? Last series, pretty exciting. I think anecdotally, I'm excited about the changes we made last night. Seems like we've got that right mix of randoms and strategy, right?
Yeah, that's true. I thought that OG would put up a little bit more of a fight myself. I thought they would win game 1. They didn't. Game 2, they got stomped. Miracle was like insane, actually. His pudge was just all over the map. He made them look like 6K players or something. Like he was constantly. There was one missed hook I saw where Jax juked him.
Yeah.
But that was like the only time all game.
No, it was very exciting. Very happy to have been a part of that one. And now I'm looking forward to our friends showing up here from yesterday, right? PPD, of course. Actually going to be playing, not casting for us.
Yeah, VGJ versus Optic coming up next. So going back over to NA. And what's our final heat? I know it's VGJ. I think we have a VGJ doubleheader.
Yes.
And I forget who they're. Immortals. That's the final match coming up. So we'll get to see VGJ play with all these new changes.
That is what I am most excited for, to watch Immortals and see what they can do.
So VGJ got pretty fat bank when they played last time. Optic is up 2-0. They're relatively rich, I think, but most of their games were towards the beginning of the tournament, I think. So cost them. I don't think they get the most money ever.
Could we have a look at hero banks here in a moment? See where everyone's standing, because I feel like Reginald.
How
yes.
does it feel to be?
I have been Reginald for most of this event, so I don't know. I feel for him. You know, every time I think about yelling Reginald, I think, oh God, that's me. What did I mess up again?
Yeah, that's not
bank.
Oh, you want the team bank?
I want the team bank.
You said hero bank. Yeah, I thought this was
that's
what you wanted. Actually.
Well, what's a hero bank?
Sorry, just blame Reginald for
Reginald?
not knowing what you want.
All right, so here we go. And it looks like, well, at least it's updated for NA here. So VGJ, they went 2-1 in their series and still a surprising amount of moonbucks.
Yeah, they're very wealthy right now.
They're loaded.
So they defeated EG in the all-random challenge.
And then Optic on the other side, they don't have that much money, but they played most of their matches towards the start of the tournament when teams were not 5-man randoming. But they did end up taking the win. So they're 2 sets up. If Optic wins that match, they're first seed for NA. That's very, very good for them. And I think there's a pretty decent shot of them taking it. I mean, they do have a big moonbuck disadvantage, but there's a lot of very wealthy challenges that you can complete.
Yeah, and that's going to make the last match very interesting. If Optic take our first series, that means if Immortals win, that's going to put VGJ at 1-2, and then Immortals will be at 1-1. We're going to have to watch that last Immortals versus EG, I think, right?
And it's a little bit of a shame we don't have a good graphic for this, but the group stage really matters in this event. Number 1 seed gets to skip that elimination round of the playoffs, so that's a really big deal. And bottom seed in the group, you're eliminated, right? You're out. So you need to be top 3 in the group if you want to move on to the next stage. So you
the
really
teams that threat at that, EG is 0-2 right now, so they need to win their next set to be even looking good. Immortals doesn't have a win yet, but they've only played 1 set, so they've got some wiggle room here.
Now,
and then on the EU BRAF, it's like mid or feed basically that are 0-2.
EG have a lot of moonbucks, which I believe is our tying factor.
It goes sets 1, then games 1, then moonbucks.
Oh, okay. Well,
and EG's won 2 games despite losing 2 sets, so they're pretty good if they get into a tie, but they do need to win a set. If they don't win a set, they're definitely out.
Yeah.
So
that's a good point.
Can they beat Immortals?
Can they?
When Immortals has a third of the money, I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. I'm really not sure. Like we spent a lot of time discussing yesterday the advantage of having all the random bonus gold and now not having it, and it still seems like we haven't even seen a team come close to being bust in terms of bank. Even with 7,000 or 6,000 moonbucks, you still have quite a bit of buffer room.
Yeah.
In theory. I mean, I guess it depends what happens going forward into the playoffs, because that's the hard balance, right? Managing your bank for now, but still investing in heroes to win games. So if you don't make the playoffs, extra moonbucks don't matter anyway.
Yeah, they could go a lot of different ways. I mean, the one team that doesn't have to worry right now is definitely Liquid. They 3-0'd, so they're going all the way to the regional grand finals for EU, and they have a lot of money. I think they're sitting around just under 12K. I think they spent a little bit those matches. Maybe spent like 1.5, a little bit more. So Liquid's more than fine. OG still has another series left. They're 1-1. They just need to make sure they don't lose to mid or feed, I think. But I don't think it matters because maybe they've won more games. No, maybe not, actually. Hypothetically, mid or feed 2-0's OG. Mid or feed could knock them out with Moonbuck tiebreakers.
I believe that is
which would be kind of crazy.
That
Definitely
would
a
be
surprise.
The Moonbuck tiebreaker.
It all comes back to Moonbucks in the end.
So it's a lot of potential upsets that could still happen. Really, the only teams we know, placement-wise, are Na'Vi is done with their games and Liquid is done with their games, and is that it? Basically, Optic is about to finish their third set. So
yesterday was quite the upset. I mean, that was probably the biggest one of the whole tournament, right? I mean, VGJ taking down EG.
Yeah.
Not expected. Yes, it was a little bit clowny, one might say.
A little?
Quite a few 30 random heroes.
It was a chaotic series. Yeah. 30 randomed heroes.
It wasn't 30. It was like 27.
Yeah, you're right. It was, there was like some queen picks.
It was like 25 to 30, somewhere. 25 to 27 is like.
I did like the idea of the support Queen of Pain, though. And you guys were on panel. I just kept thinking, dude, Z-Freak did that like 3 years ago. Right when he switched from Han to Dota, they were playing a position for like roaming Queen of Pain where he would kind of half farm the jungle. Of course, jungle was much different back then. But he would kind of stack and pull in the jungle, and then he would rotate in, and they would abuse the slow from the dagger to find kills. It only worked against shitty teams, I'll be real. But it was a strategy that we saw a pro team do, years ago.
It's better now. The dagger damage is really high. The only hard part is transitioning a little bit. You have to go from like being under leveled to probably something like split pushing to get levels with Scream of Pain, but to do so you have to have less levels of dagger. So it's like this weird kind of in between. But if it works, yes, then you have an extra core. It can pay off.
I was hoping to see more of those kind of niche strats with Midas mode. I was thinking that like one of the best ways to make undervalued heroes, when it's meta, a meta hero generally means you can pick it by itself. It's going to be very strong. It's going to be quite good. It just wins some Dota games. But then I think about things like Axe and, well, I guess now these days Wyvern's considered pretty OP, but back in the day she was pretty niche. She wasn't that great, but you would always use Axe Wyvern, another complexity classic, where they would just stack the Ancients and then Cold Embrace and the spins go on. You just farm them.
I was trying to highlight on the opening panel this morning, looking at the heroes. Huskar and Oracle, I think, are the two cheapest for their relatives. Cheapest strength and cheapest int. So that is a combo that could be a value play, so to speak.
Yeah, it could be. It's just kind of hard to fit in, especially if you random 1 or 2 heroes. I mean, instantly you lose potentially a core pick or a support pick. Then you're thinking, do I really want a Huskar or Oracle? But yeah, we haven't seen that many like cheesy stuff where it's been like, oh, let's just pull something out, go for the win, ignore challenges. Teams are still focusing on what makes sense challenge-wise that they think they can win with. They haven't gone for anything. Let's win the game. Unless maybe when we see
I'm still holding out for that Meepo random, though. We still have seen, of all the randoms, we have not seen a cataclysmic like Arc Warden or some really crazy, hard to integrate hero.
There's not as many heroes that are really hard to play anymore as there used to be. And I feel like every team probably has at least one player that could play Meepo. Maybe not well, but could. But yeah, you're totally right. We haven't seen any of those
But
yet.
that is a good point with the challenges, though, because now everything's reset. We're going into a brand new series here, which means we have a chance at seeing this great little melee versus melee.
Oh,
perhaps.
that's a good point.
We're going to have the Radiant and the Dire. We're going to watch that meta develop as we were
By the
discussing.
way, wasn't there an old game mode in Dota 1 that was like Radiant versus Dire? I don't know what it was called.
It was regular Dota.
Just regular Dota was the sides versus sides.
It was the original. It used to be like that. I didn't play back then myself, but
that shit sounds so unbalanced. Why would you want to play a game like that where it's just like, well, all right, I'm Dire this time. Guess I'll pick Lifestealer. Okay, not a lot of carry options over here.
That's why they changed it.
Yeah, it seems a little. It's cool in theory, but
difficult to balance, basically.
That's why the term all pick was used, right? Was picking
so,
all heroes
picking
from
on
both sides, I believe, and we're just still kind of stuck with that.
Yeah.
History.
You pick any hero.
Who knows how words are formed?
How far? Look, we come full circle. We started out Radiant versus Dire, and here we are 10 years later in Midas mode doing a Radiant versus Dire draft.
People have tried some more Dota 1 challenges. I've read.
Really?
I think yesterday I read every single comment. It's brutal. Don't recommend. But we get it. We get in there. There are quite a few people trying to reference back. I mean, that's kind of what Ice Frog has done with this whole patch. People wanted to build a Battle Fury on a hero that had a unique Battle Fury animation in Dota 1. It's like, damn, that's some serious niche.
It's like, wow, you get Battle Fury on Axe and he spins every attack. So cool, dude. Same with Tide, I think.
But yeah, maybe some more Dota 1 challenges could be kind of fun. Keep throwing us back into some history here. Like build what? How many perseverances? You know.
That's like I saw that one day when it was like an OD pixel strat. It was like 5 perseverances with brown boots or something.
The OD pixel strat.
All he did was when he first started the game, he just bought perseverances. He would just stack them.
I mean that regen's pretty sweet, right? You get 5 of them.
Yeah, until you just get bursted in 8 seconds and you've only regen like 100 HP or something. That's being real generous.
You never have to go to the fountain. You are the fountain.
Yeah. That was probably the thing. He's like, I never have mana. I need more.
Watching you guys curate the bounties, it was giving me flashbacks to Captain's Draft 3 when we did that live fails of the week picking. Do you remember? Well, I don't know. I guess you would be the one that remembers that.
Sort of, yeah.
We did it as filler content. We sat on the couch and everyone was super excited. You get like 10 fails in. You're like, all right, I see why you guys get tired of this. An hour later, everyone's like, please, no more. The amount of fails you have to get through to get those good ones, it's it's like 1% or something. I mean, most of them are complete garbage, and it's frustrating. And I remember Slack saying, guys, we're only 20% of the way through the clips for the week. I was just like, wow, you do this every week. That is some serious torture.
Stream it, right? And he would have the little yay, nay, and
but that's what it reminds me of.
I understand. Back in Dota 1, people would say like, oh, submit your cool plays, and I submitted some like Viper double kill I got. What did I do, guys? I poison attacked like 2 people until they died. And I was like, dude, this was so intense. It was really cool. Good. And then I didn't get in. I got real salty and posted a comment like, oh, man, how did you choose these 10 plays, even though mine was probably worse, easily.
I can empathize. My first ever video, Heroes of New Earth, Winx the Sand Wraith, right? It's just me playing APEM, killing supports with Spectre. Wraith King is Spectre. Really not a great video. But in the moment, I was like, dude, these are some sick highlights. These supports got shit on by my position 1 carry in APEM. Go Winx. Shout out to the past.
What a dumb name.
My God. All right, so what are we looking at with this game? VGJ, Optic. We're ahead of schedule, so hopefully we'll have a lobby coming up before too long here. But thoughts outside of just Moonbucks, who's looking stronger right now? Who do we have our gut read on?
I think VTJ looked better than I expected them to be yesterday. It could have been the random stuff, but in super late game scenarios, they made really good decisions. They eventually beat EG in that ultra late game thing.
I mean, like the all random aspects adds a lot of like weird variance you wouldn't expect in a normal game, but it is almost more impressive that they were able to win that series with all of the randoms.
Definitely. I thought they had the worst lineup in Game 3, honestly. I didn't think they were going to get that one.
Yeah, I felt tough. The same way.
Yeah, Razor's kind of iffy sometimes late game. They're against like a tiny, and it was a little tough. And on top of that, they have a lot of money. I think Optic is probably the better team. They're definitely more proven, even if they've had some issues getting into lands. But I think it'll be a close match. I could definitely see that.
Yeah, I'm favoring Optic, but they've both defeated EG, which I wouldn't have expected, to be honest. So who knows at this point?
Yeah, maybe EG is just in that typical, like, are they trying really hard, or are they
backs against the walls that they're waiting for, eh?
Yeah, I mean, it's a common thing. They're cocky maybe because they know they're better than pretty much everybody else, but then that leads to overconfidence, which leads to team fight mistakes or losses that eventually leads to the game.
Or not swapping heroes and sticking people on heroes they didn't think they were going to play.
Yeah, I think I saw a comment or something that Sumail complained that Fear stole Quap from him or something like that. Like, was that actually what happened? Did he actually steal Queen of Pain and say, no, I'm playing core? And then he buys Orb of Venom versus the Bloodseeker, and then Sumail probably flames him or something.
This is an event where I wish we had just like a little webcam feed into the team houses so that we could see the different ways teams are approaching. Because we've had some of the managers say, like, there's been a lot of laughs, a lot of smiles, a lot of like, all right, we're definitely going to try this challenge. And they didn't even read the details of the challenge of like, oh, it had to be in the first 5 minutes. Oh, shit. You know, we've seen a couple of those kind of moments. So it is definitely nice to see teams embracing the madness that is Midas mode, you know.
Maybe embrace the trying to win part a little bit more. Would be
well, you know.
We're getting there.
Well,
we did a much better job today.
Yeah.
Heroes were picked.
First series was good. Let's see if they stretch a little bit farther.
Please.
They might.
Please don't. Please don't random 5 heroes again. I don't want to watch that.
If they do,
I'm over that.
Yeah, if they random 5 heroes again, then something's.
But I think we should be past that. Theoretically, I don't even think you should have done it yesterday. Honestly, what's the point of having so many Moonbucks if you're not going to spend?
Yeah,
them?
I definitely agree.
But
like, they could have spent more money, got a slightly better draft. But like a lot of people have been saying, are they truly trying hard? Do they want to look like tryhards and lose? Is it better to random and say whatever, this is what's happening, maybe we'll win?
Yeah. I had not considered the aspect that Slacks brought up of like this sort of prisoner's dilemma in air quotes of you see
one team do all random, it's like, well, it seems like a dumb value play for us not to do the same thing. Even if we lose, we're in the green. And not randoming and then losing when the other team all randomed is, I see why teams will want to avoid that, even just from a reputation standpoint. You know, that's like getting bested by an AR team. Eek.
They can blame. They can blame. Oh, you got the heroes that counter our heroes. It's congrats, you got a Bloodseeker versus our AM, rather than thinking like, oh, this is what we chose to play and we lost.
You don't want to wind up like mid or feed with the better randoms. And
it's like removing the control, right? They don't want to ban heroes. They don't want to pick the heroes. They just want to outplay their opponents, and it doesn't work, and they've got an excuse.
What's the deal with bans? Bans are underutilized right now. They've got to be.
Isn't it cool though that we get to see, like, okay, there's only maybe 2 bans per draft or something. Those are really targeted bans, right? Those are heroes that we know these teams do not want to play against.
Give me some bans, Optic. Let's
go. Here we go. The coins collide, and we've got VCJ versus Optic, baby. VCJ wins the auction 10-2.
So it's still not that much focus on that.
I've enjoyed the blind auction, though. I think it's a really cool aspect of giving the teams, like, I like the blind part of it, trying to read what you think the other side is gonna do.
So
Reginald, can we have pick price?
The interesting thing right off the bat is that it's a banned Shadow Demon. It's a dire hero, but it's not a melee hero. So it does prevent Optic from, I mean, they could split it in games. Maybe one game do melee heroes, maybe one game do ranged. Maybe neither team will touch that one. I assume that it was easy points, you know.
It felt like it when we were writing it.
Yeah, but I guess it is a pretty big detriment if the enemy team doesn't do it. And maybe that's why Resolution tweeted it, like, let's do melee versus melee, make something fun. But if it's melee versus range, then it gets difficult in a lot of ways.
Really brutal.
So VGJ are Radiant, and now the Omni Knight's being removed, so it looks like Optic are preparing for the all-melee Radiant strat, one would assume.
That's kind of what it looks like, certainly.
All right, Reginald, I'm going to make you sort it back now.
Was VGJ that heavy into doing challenges, though? I don't think they were. They randomed a lot, but I don't think they aim for challenges very often. Maybe getting into the tournament a little bit late, maybe they're not as interested.
The paradigm's completely different now, because now that randoms don't give you extra money, the bounties have more moonbucks attached to them. So I would guess that might change the VGJ approach a little bit.
Reginald, can you move your mouse, please? Thank you.
This game's quite a bit more competitive as well, though, I think. Oh, and
whoa,
look at that, right away.
First pick Wyvern.
That's a dire hero.
They're going to burn some of these moonbucks.
It's also ranged.
That's a big spend.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. If you guys want to try your bounty, good luck.
So outside of Puck and Bane, I think Winter Wyvern might be the 3rd most expensive int hero.
Yeah, I guess we go back to sorting by pick price. I mean, unless Optic is going for their game plan here. I mean,
3rd, and then Klopp's going to be 4th on that list.
Very expensive hero, but VGJ did get a stupid amount of gold yesterday and won their set. They're pretty much sitting in perfect circumstances to spend money.
This is how you play Midas mode, right? You get those bucks nice and early, and then you blow them on the big games.
Now, we told Optic that there would be changes. You know, we let PPD get a little hint. We said, yeah, we'll be changing and stuff, and they promised they would abuse whatever we did. You know, they said they're going to try and break our system once again here.
I mean,
so
we would expect no less from these teams. If they weren't trying to break the system, I would be disappointed.
But this is a harder question now, because it's very clear that VGJ is not being concerned with doing any challenges like drafter or hero specific or melee or whatever. So now does Optic want to gamble? Do they feel that they can win a all dire draft against Wyvern? I don't think they can win an all melee one against it. That sounds a little dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay.
All right, so we'll start with AA. So that's the is that 2 dire heroes? Yes, it is. So they are going to probably go for a dire focus draft, I feel like, just obviously not melee.
Yeah, that seems to be the plan here. So get themselves a little bit of moonbucks, because already you can see it's starting to tick on down. 640 spent, 2 high rollers. Sand King, not a hero we've seen much this tournament, but obviously very meta-heavy hero.
I think he's been pretty appropriately priced. Like, he's a strong meta hero, but he's been rather expensive for most of the event.
Works really well with A as well. They can dual lane it. They can put them in tri-lanes together. They'll be good late game as well. It's AoE damage and potential kills. So I kind of like the Sand King pick. Gives them a good 1v1 option against some matchups also. Definitely could have been a dire melee hero that somebody picked in the previous series as well. It's not as good a team fight as like Undying, I guess. But
it's true.
So now that VGJ have shown that they are willing to spend and they're trying to win this game pretty hard, they're not going for either of the bounties. I would guess that Optic's probably going to start to ban out some of those more top tier meta heroes, maybe like that Brewmaster and Beastmaster. Like,
do you think Optic is going to spend a lot of money on bans coming up? I mean, their bank is one that needs needs to be measured right now. They're one of the lowest in the event.
I mean, you're definitely right that they're really low on money compared to most other teams, but they are so well positioned in sets. I mean, if they just finish first seed, they get top 2 guaranteed. So even if they go in the finals and they have less money, yes, they have a drafting disadvantage, but you know, maybe they've got enough. Maybe they can make it work.
5 seconds remaining.
Well, they're thinking about whether or not they want to use a ban here.
Especially if they win this game, I would go crazy on challenges game 2 if I was Optic. Just thinking like, we're likely going to win this. Let's go pretty heavy into challenges while still going for the win on game 2. I think that they could get a ton of cash, especially if they win both of those.
Very true.
Doubled.
And VGJ again, I would say likely to spend some money on the cores that pair well with AA, maybe like the Sven or the CK, in terms of like decent laning heroes. Mind you, you already have the Winter Wyvern, which is already going to be nice against both of those. So
the scary part though, I feel like you almost don't want. I don't know how much you want to worry about the Winter Wyvern ulti, but any of those heroes that you think will combo a Chilling Touch or whatever is always going to be nasty against Winter Wyvern. Like Winter Wyvern ultis, and they're probably like a PA or something. You're going to kill one of your allies in a lot of those cases. So I do love the Earth Spirit though. It's so good against Sand King. 2 different ways to pull him out of invis. You can initiate on any of those heroes, and the disables are really powerful. It's a good team fight, like right off the bat, like really good opening. Is Wyvern? It could still be offlane, right?
Yep.
Like the core, it could go lots of places. It's a lot of options for both teams.
Puck also looks very good for VGJ with them taking the Earth Spirit for themselves. They'd have like a ton of team fight, and I believe, did they get a chance to play yesterday? I don't think they did, but obviously a very strong hero still.
So they're doing something interesting with the Omni. Like the Omni ban makes me feel like it kind of covered both bases, because clearly it's just a hero they don't want to deal with. So what's the hero that Omni counters that's going to reveal what Optic wants to pick?
Juggernaut?
I mean,
not really.
He's just obnoxious, honestly.
It wasn't the draft thing for sure, because they had already. I guess they hadn't banned. They hadn't picked the Winter Wyvern yet, but I suppose.
Be super strong Radiant melee. Now I guess we are focusing on the Dire side though, assuming that Optic are going to keep it up here.
Dire pick.
Probably an off lane.
If you were to random, it's going to come in the first 2, right? At this point, we'd be pretty surprised if we saw a random.
Yeah, the opportunity cost of randoming later in the draft, it doesn't give you enough gold or enough moonbucks probably to offset the
risk
benefit. Unless you're just like crazy at this point. The only team that could do it is Optic, maybe.
Pugna's kind of an interesting choice.
Probably off lane for Zai.
It also counters Winter Wyvern. You can decrep whoever gets gone on, as long as you don't get caught. Very often as cast range.
And whoever is Cold Embrace is a very easy setup for any of Pugna's abilities.
Decrep, Blast ulti, yeah, great point. So I do like the Pugna. It's counterable by the Earth Spirit, but it definitely can be really effective. So VGJ going for some cores finally. It's kind of like a silencer. I feel like would be good. A BKB core on VGJ would be really good.
VGJ is going in. These are really expensive, like legit meta heroes. Though we talked about Nyx Assassin in earlier panels. Is where has he been this tournament? Priced highly. That's where he's been.
I mean, if VGJ wins a set, they're guaranteed out of groups, and that would be Immortals or EG is the one that gets 4th place. So it's, a second win here for them would be huge.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And now the Lifestealer.
In fact, could VGJ get first seed over Optic if they win this set? It depends on who has more game wins, and I believe Optic.
Is it not head-to-head? Does not
matter? No, head-to-head doesn't matter because it's too independent of Moonbucks.
Right.
It's okay. I checked yesterday. So hypothetically, VGJ wins this. I think there's a chance, depending on how they do their 3rd series, they could get first seed, even if they lose their 3rd one, as long as they get 1 win there. It might tie because they've got more Moonbucks and Optic. They got that tiebreaker.
Yep.
So then they just have to get as many game wins as Optic. They could get first seed if they win this set, especially if they 2-0. It's like this is like spend the money for VGJ without a question.
Well, they're doing a great job of that so far. Could look for, I mean, they still have some decent heroes they get off for themselves. Some of those Lifestealer counters. We still have that Sven we were discussing. He looks kind of okay still. We got the Chaos Knight still in the pool for VGJ as well. Rather strong here. Quite like the Chaos Knight, actually.
There's so much AoE on the enemy team, though. Do you really? I wouldn't want a Chaos Knight against, like, it kind of works against Pugna, but it goes the other way, too.
I think it's so slow.
Plus AA and Sand King. What's slow, the CK or the Pugna?
Just the like the destruction of your illusions would be rather slow from Optic, I think.
I think you just need an Ice Vortex and a Burrow Strike and one Blast, and they're all dead, especially until like late game scenarios.
Yeah.
And it's definitely very gankable too. Like without his ultimate, he's just gonna die very easily. So I feel like they need something that's maybe like it has to be BKB core that's also okay against Void or against Lifesteal. I thought Void maybe could work. Maybe an anti-mage could work.
An AM game here.
It's not bad, right?
Taking their time. Tower hitting also something they're still lacking quite a bit on here for VGJ.
Yeah. What about something like Lone Druid? Is that too crazy?
No. I think it's
I
alright.
don't think so. Why not?
They can counter it. They can like kite it. I guess Decrep is kind of bad against and stuff like that. But get back to producing. Stop talking.
This is a tough pick to call.
Can we start by pick price? No, it seems clear the teams. I mean,
Yeah,
Optic is clearly going to go Dire Heroes, so I guess we can check it on their last pick. But
yeah,
kind of curious about VTJ right now. Maybe cost-wise it'll impact
See
things.
who these top tier heroes are that are remaining.
Don't pick Morphling this game. I don't think.
Do they just pick AM? Big spender, 413. Just take the big boy.
What about? I think Razor could be really good with a BKB this game. Very good against Lifestealer. It's kind of a lot of damage though, so I feel like they'll survive through the. Plus your passive can nuke through Decrep very often. Yeah, okay, there it is. Can nuke through the passive very often. 5-second cooldown. The timing kind of matters sometimes because you might go in and it'll nuke them before Decrep is used, and then you have to wait 5 seconds. But
they did win their game with it yesterday too.
yeah, it's good in the late game scenarios. The itemization is more flexible than it used to be. You just get more farm than you used to be able to.
Razor is like normally position 2, right? So we're looking at a position 1 for VTJ, or is he still in that flex category?
He's I mean, he can lane safe lane as long as he's in a 1v1. It could be a tri lane. You could save your skill points, but almost always you draft him for a lane advantage. And naturally, he's just really good against Lifestealer because you can static link through Rage or not Rage, and it stays on as long as you stay nearby. But the issues with him is that basically if Lifestealer combos with a lot of bombs, which is at this point just Sand King, he's still going to die instantly if they initiate on him with like a Burrow Strike, Epicenter, and Lifestealer jumps out, you know? So
and we assume they'll probably pick another jump mid here for Optic.
I assume so. I don't think Storm is the move because of the Nyx and the Earth Spirit.
We get to see the final pick from VGJ first though. So
actually we're on oh, I'm sorry, we're bans. My bad.
Yeah, final bans. VGJ very low on reserve time right now. It's Optic choosing their, deciding if they want to use that final ban. I'm trying to think of potential mid laners though for Optic. Do you think DP could be an option? It's not an ideal Infest Bomb carrier, but does kind of work with the Pugna, knock down some towers, high tempo core. Doesn't really care about Razor.
Yeah, it's definitely. I actually think I would say you should care about Razor a little because Razor lowers armor and does a lot of physical damage. Like,
I mean, she cares some, but compared
I would say a moderate amount. I think like Razor could definitely beat her in a chaotic team fight. Sap all of her damage. Not that she right clicks that much, but with just Spirit Siphon and like.
Yeah, she usually goes for Yules as her kind of reset in team fights, and Razor can drain through Yules.
Yeah, so there's so many ways that Razor, if he has like a BKB, he can definitely kill her towards the start of the fight.
Yeah, that's fair.
Reginald, can you unsort now, please?
You would have thought they would have banned one of the two, like CC&C heroes, either his Marana or that DP that you were mentioning. Like
Marana also still in the cards.
That is a really good point. Like it doesn't cost that much to ban. Would it not be worth it to go for some prevention? But maybe that reveals what you're gonna pick. It doesn't matter to pick first anyways, right? Like
VGJ with about 15 seconds left here to decide what their mid lane or their safe laner, I guess.
Reserve time.
Yeah, most likely. And
PL.
Okay.
So that's perfect. I mean, that was what I kind of wanted instead of Razor, but now you end up getting both.
Okay, that works. Yeah, Diffusal Blade, drain his mana. Once his rage is off, it's pretty effective against like Pugna AA. You can just they are a little bit AoE. Like you were right, they were a little AoE lacking against like Chaos Knight, but not. But against a PL where you just keep getting more and more illusions, it's not enough for it to be a big deal.
I will say I don't particularly like their early game fighting potential. I feel like there's still that little bit of build-up that could be abused.
Reserve time.
Like
I think so
Razor
too.
needs a bit, PL needs that Diffusal Blade, and then he still wants some stuff after that. And then 3 threatening heroes like Wyvern, Earth Spirit, Nyx, not not that scary? Like, what's the kill lane when Nyx gets 6? Are they gonna have to like magnetize every
ideally,
time they kill
someone that Razor's laning against that doesn't have an easy escape would be the ideal.
So Quap could be an option for Optic's last pick here, also depending on how much they want to spend. She's pretty pricey.
She's a bit scary for committing into fights, though. I would say against Nyx, Earth Spirit, Wyvern, like,
and even PL, like if she blinks aggressively. But I do agree she would lane well against Razor. I think Mirana is an option because you can leap away from static link early.
Mirana, Quap, DP are my top 3.
But she's not going to be damage heavy enough probably for PL unless she goes like Mjolnir, which is a possibility.
What about Zeus? Complete change? No, they go Lesh. Okay, well, similar pain that I was
very smart pick. It's just so much AoE that PL illusions are going to get shredded constantly.
And now you've got more push to go with the Pugna, so that kind of extends that window Trent was talking about, where you can pressure before those key items come out.
But here's the issue with Leshrac, at least I would say. Very squishy. He's going into a Nyx, an Earth Spirit, and a Winter Wyvern.
Yeah.
Like, he is to be in the middle of all of those heroes, and then you're trying to build Bloodstone and defensive items. That sounds terrifying to me.
I think that the one benefit to him is that if you go like Bloodstone BKB, is that there isn't a, like, other than like Razor static link with his ulti going for a lot of time, other than that, there isn't like a super overwhelming amount of physical damage in the early to mid game. So if he just gets like moderately tanky and is backed up a little bit, and then gets a fast BKB, then he's like set. Because at that point, Diffusal Blade can't slow him. Yes, the PL could go in and right click him, but they're always taking damage no matter what.
And
Pulse Nova's on, everything.
The early speed in terms of abusing. Leshrac's great at that. If he gets some earlier points in the Edict, might be able to take some buildings before they're really ready to fight on the side of the
scary, though, right? Like, we saw a couple Lesh picks at Dota Pit, and it seemed like pretty much every game, it's like, okay, we're dominating. We've got all the outer towers. You missed that one high ground push. You get wiped, and then that early advantage you have is kind of gone, and those late-game heroes start to take over. You know, it's possible, but they have to execute is kind of what I'm getting at.
But I think Leshrac has been flying under the radar a little bit personally. His talents have been buffed. I think the Ags on him can be really good. You don't have to deal with like Razor's previous passive that he like zaps you every time you cast a spell directly on him, so you can just spam lightning on him. I feel like they can deal with the PL as long as the Leshrac gets tanky enough to not get like bursted at the start of the fights. He can deal with the PL. He's not going to kill his team from a winner's curse. He can deal with people that are cold embraced. I think he just has to have a good start. And I think Lesh can own this game. That's what it feels like to me.
I'm a bit more confident, I have to say, in the other draft, the VGJ squad. I'm
the Razor PL.
On the Razor, yeah. I kind of feel like they're not. I just feel like they can't get enough done on the side of Optic to really like beat out those two heroes.
I feel like Lesh is the difference maker. Like, a lot of pressure on that hero. If he snowballs, he's going to look unstoppable, and if he gets ganked a few times early, he's going to look very controllable.
I could see that. Yeah.
I think that's how Lesh has felt at least the last couple of times I've seen him. But I don't know. I'm always happy to see a Leshrac do well. Supporting cast, the Winter Wyvern, Earth Spirit. That's true, Trent. They have a pretty damn good supporting duo on that team. I mean, not that AA Sand King is bad, but
I would say AA and Leshrac both have a really rough game. Like, how are you going to land your Split Earths continuously? How are you going to land your Ice Blasts very well? They both need to sync up with the Burrow Strike. Like, the coordination is to be very on point from the side of Optic, and it just doesn't look that difficult.
And that's the only bomb option is Blink Dagger or Burrow Strike on Sand King, so they're kind of limits the lifesteal a little bit more there. It definitely makes things a little harder, I would agree. But
the lane should be interesting too to see who the Leshrac matches up against. I guess we're assuming he's going to go mid against the Razor.
I feel like he can beat a Razor with like Split Earth, Diabolic Edict, especially with a rotation.
With an Earth Spirit though?
Probably not. That sounds real scary. They're just going to run you down. So definitely agree that part will be tough. Really,
it's a tough matchup.
And then we're talking about him being the crux. So.
And then there's also got to be his defensive heroes would have to be either Sand King or AA. It doesn't sound great. So I would definitely agree that's going to be a big issue there for Optic.
So it seems like we will have a minor delay getting into the game. We are missing one of the 10 players. So we completed the draft. Looks like he's not turned up yet.
How did he do that? He doesn't have an in-ear. You're that good at hosting?
Yeah, so hopefully they find you are, and we can get this game started. But I think the timer is counting, though, in terms of Moonbuck Drain.
Yeah.
You know, delay of game, that's the only punishment. Now draft is done. You can't take away any, reserve time points. So
last time this happened,